Thank you
Oh my God.
for coming
Congratulations.
to celebrate the grand opening of CZECH CYBER TV studios.
Measure cities in this way. We call it the cow time. So it's like, how much time do you have to drive from the city to see a cow? I highly believe in always doing your 100%, whatever the situation. I hate and I don't believe in the surprise exam. You have to come and you don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be some questions about topics that you don't know. Aim for the moon and you may land in the star. Okay, if I'm aiming for the moon and you land in the star, there is something very wrong with your aiming. It's like, Isaac Asimov, I don't know. He was like dreaming a world we can actually work with robots like in the same way. I would love that. Let's go. Let's do it right now. I'm not worried about robots. I'm most worried about the cloud that is more and more centralized. Like have like maybe 10 big cloud providers. Like recently with Cloudflare falling. Yeah. So it's like
AWS.
Yeah.
So what is, in your opinion, the biggest risk in cybersecurity in the next 20 years?
True.
What is not true?
This
like
is-
he
this
had
is
so
happen.
much midichlorians. Like miss. Hezký den, dámy a pánové, vítejte na CZECH CYBER TV. Dnešním hostem je Sebastián García, professor, researcher na ČVUT. Sebastián, hello and thank you so much for coming for this first episode and being the first guest in this studio.
Hi. Thank you very much for being here. I'm very excited and thank you for taking me and allowing me to be in this first podcast. Hi, everyone there. Oh my God.
So I was thinking how to start this podcast and we spoke about wine. So I decided as a bridge of our countries to bring two wines. One from Czech Republic, it's Palava, it's from Moravian region. And then the other is Argentinian. And I don't know exactly if it's a good one or not. Maybe you can tell me.
I can tell you it's good right away. I have no idea which one it is, but it's gonna be. No, I can see like Trapiche from Mendoza. That's it. Malbec. You got me right there.
Is it a region you know?
Yeah, for sure. It's the region for Malbec in many other ones, but Malbec in Argentina. Such a good wine. Yeah. And how is it gonna be? Is it gonna be like a tasting?
Yes,
tasting ceremony.
Exactly, because you are the first one in the studio. I wanted to be a little bit celebratory, so I prepared cheeses. You said a hard cheese and a soft cheese for white.
Yes, for the white.
Some grapes, some
exactly.
crackers. So
The
we're gonna
white
have a
ones.
good time. I was thinking, I was not sure if to bring food because podcast and food, but you know what? Who cares?
We will do our
Exactly, we do our best to not disturb you guys.
Innovation.
Exactly. So which one should we? I think.
So if we do tasting,
Yeah.
we should like drink and spit.
I'm not sure. I would prefer not to. Let's just keep it in our bellies.
Okay.
Let's start with the Argentinian one.
Let's go.
Okay,
I like it.
And now it's gonna be very live
Thingy.
test, yeah, because
This is good.
are you good with a wine opener?
I'm good with that.
Yeah,
Do you want me
with this one? Yeah,
Yes,
it's
for
really-
sure.
Thank you.
There you go.
So, as I said, you're from Argentina.
I'm
maybe?
from Argentina.
Yeah, we
yes.
already did an interview, and I said that you're a professor and also a researcher, but you also won almost Cyber Teacher of the Year in a CZECH CYBER Award.
In Cyberscena.
But the best moment of the evening was undoubtedly that you almost won even the award of the public.
That was weird. I mean,
Yeah.
not that they were first because I have no idea what was going on until somebody says, now there is another award from the public. Which public? What's happening?
You had no idea.
No, I mean, it was like, and then like, oh, the people who was saying my name. It's like, what's going on? And then actually it was funny because in the table I was sitting, there were the other teachers who said, oh, yeah, we should vote for somebody from all the finalists, right? Which one? And then they say, yeah, we decide we are going to vote for this one. I said, yeah, I'm sure. Like, this was super good. I agree. It's like amazing. And then the voting happened and some tables were, and then when they arrived to our table, somebody said, yeah, we are voting for, and they vote also for me. And I said, oh, you liars, what's going on here? So it was beautiful. I was super happy. And at the end, it was tied, right? So it was tied.
Yes, it was a tie. I was the one actually counting the votes in the back.
I should have known before. I sent you 3-4 wines in there.
Yeah, I was thinking, I was looking at it. I was like, maybe one vote I will sneak there, but it was also on a big screen, and
But clicking, misclicking is like you send me a message in that moment, and then we.
So just for the viewers, there is a cyber award of the public in the end of the evening, and each table which is present in the evening, the people need to agree. How is it?
It's good.
The people needed to agree to vote for one of the other finalists. So not project, not organization, not a school. It needed to be a person. And you were tied with, I think, 8 votes with Jan Mikulecki from Ministry of, and all the time I do mistake, Ministry of Social, Ministry of
Social Affairs?
I think, yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go with it. And then there was a random ballot.
Yeah, they were like random, like writing in a paper, right? And saying, and then like doing like something like mixing.
Yeah. And had you idea what is happening? Where you're standing there?
I know.
Did somebody tell you?
Yeah. No. Yeah. I was asking, and they were like telling me, and say, what is this? What is happening? Yeah. It was.
I was thinking about you throughout the evening, where there were multiple occasions, and I was thinking, did somebody told Sebastian what is going on?
No, I was thinking like, when they start moving, I will follow them like wherever they go, because should I go up and down? Yeah, I wanted to go on stage and like give the hand to everybody. I'm not sure if and then I was leaving and I want to say hi to somebody, but they were leaving. It was kind of, I'm not sure. So let's go right now. Yeah.
But anyway, successful, congratulations.
And it was, and it was like then this like random selection at the end, and then it's like, what? Yeah, and then, what are the odds? Well, 50-50.
So our finalists, it's still good, still very successful year, and
it was impressive. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's try the wine.
So I'm so sorry to tell you, in that good traditions of Mendoza, if they're watching, and Malbec wine, I need to let it rest. It's 45 minutes for the tannins. Nice.
45 minutes. So let's do this.
Don't tell anybody. Yeah.
So I will for sure not do it the proper way, because I'm not a wine guy. Is it enough? Like
I think it's good. That is super good.
Okay. That's the first time also for me that I drink wine on a podcast.
Oh, I was expecting first one ever.
No, ever. No. I drank some wines in my prime. Not so much though. Czech Republic, it's hard to not drink a beer.
It's hard to drink a beer. So thank you for the wine.
Thank you.
Oh my God!
For coming to celebrate the grand opening of CZECH CYBER TV studios.
Thank you very much. It's an honor. Really, it's an honor.
We will also speak about cybersecurity, but given that we are holding Argentinian wine, I would like to know something about as you are a professor, about your school years in Argentina. Are you from like a rural area, or are you from a city?
So it depends who you ask. No, I would say closer to Buenos Aires city. So I was born in the province, which is around in Buenos Aires province, in I have no idea how to say this in English, part of the province that is called La Matanza, that is quite big and quite, when I was living more countryside with, small animals around, and there's a cow, and there's something like that. So it was like countryside-ish in a way. It was beautiful to grow in there. And at the same time was like kind of close to the main city, maybe like an hour.
The main city being Buenos Aires?
Buenos Aires, capital city. So if you have something, you can go to the main city, and it's like an hour or something, and then you come back. But still, you are like in a place with like grass and trees, and you can, get wet in the rain, and ponds and stuff like that. So that what means for super important. It make a lot of things like studying and high school and university a little bit more like time consuming, because you have to go there. So during my whole university, going to university was 1.5, and then going back a little bit more, maybe 2 hours because it's during the night. So all my university was like from 7 p.m. to 11 and a half.
Jeez.
And then you take the bus or thing, I go back home. It's like to 12 and a half you arrive, like for a long time. So it's a little bit more, right? But it was the best way. Like
How was it growing up in Argentina?
I have to say, I don't know, because I cannot compare. I only grown up in one place, right? For me, it was amazing, and it was like very free and very with a lot of opportunities, a lot of things to do. Like this being a little bit far away gives you a little bit of freedom, so you can go around and move without fear of being in a super big city. So for me, it's grass and mud and water and being like barefoot, right? Like this was like the way I was raised, and like and the plane and going, and there is no issue. So you go away and then you go back, I don't know, 6, 8 hours later because something happened, right? And this openness with the friends, and then you are more. We were like closer with the whole neighborhood, so it was super common for us to just go and get in and out of any house of any of our friends or sleep there or something, and everybody knew everybody. So it was kind of giving a lot of this openness, right?
Yeah.
And that was beautiful for me. And then again, I need to do something, like, I don't know, I want to go to cinema. I go to the biggest city, let's say, I get into the capital. And then, so that was nice because we could have access to the things that were in the big city. And at the same time, we go back and, you know, in the weekend, you have your swimming pool and you have whatever, right? Or bicycles or skates or things that maybe are harder to do if you're, I believe, more inside the city. Right?
Yeah. I was living, I'm not from Prague. I'm from a smaller city.
You are not from Prague?
No, I'm from České Budějovice, which is
south.
You know?
Of course.
Oh. Have you been?
Yeah. Yes, many times.
Very beautiful
yeah,
city.
Very beautiful. Yeah.
So I grew up there in a block building, apartment building. So we did a lot of running on the streets and also the...
And eating picador.
Yes, picador. Yes, very good South Bohemian
you have
knowledge.
To explain. You will have to explain what is picador for the rest of the Czech.
Let them Google. Let them visit.
Let them visit.
České Budějovice. It's a very beautiful city. Like I love, especially now when I'm going back the city center. It has the same feel like Prague, but it's much smaller. So I all the time describe it as it's like a Prague, but we also, in my times when we used to go out, we knew like each other. There is a meeting point in a square when you go out drinking. Usually people meet there, so it's like a center point. So beautiful city.
Yeah, and also like I have the feeling that in general in Czech Republic, it's much easier to be in contact with nature due to everybody's closer to nature. Like even in Prague, you have like forests, like it's there. It's in the city. You go to, I don't know, like any place right around and the parks and forests of a lot of trees. And really the first time I was here in Europe and I went to some cities, all right, and then I saw they have a forest of oaks. And it's like, wait, how can you have, after all the things that happen in Europe, how can you have a forest of oaks in the city center? It's like unheard of from me, right? Like Buenos Aires is a beautiful city, but it's like going like from the Praia to the river. So it's like flat, right? And you have some things around and you have like the Tigre in the north, but you have to move around. So this is a measurement I do. This is a measurement we do with our wife when we're traveling. There is like, we measure cities in this way. We call it the cow time. So it's like, how much time do you have to drive from the city to see a cow, right? Oh. And the cities are different cow times, right? Yeah. So Buenos Aires has a quite big cow time, depending the direction you're going, but it's kind of an hour and a half maybe of continuous driving. So yeah, I think that was important in a way, right?
So you studied in Buenos Aires University.
I studied in a university in Buenos Aires called the National Technical University in Buenos Aires City. Right?
So similar to Toyota.
Yeah, like it was crazy, similar to Toyota.
And you studied something connected to IT or to cybersecurity?
Yes. I did the engineering in information systems, something like that was the name. But I was already playing with cybersecurity and IT long before that, right? Since I was younger. So I kind of, for me, was like, oh, I already know I like this. I already know I'm into this. I will pick up. And that was the closest. I knew I wanted to do that. And it was kind of, this is my thing. Right?
But it's funny that you tell me that you are from like a more rural area.
Yeah, I don't want to say rural because Argentinians listening will say, like, that's not rural at all. My words are saying, no, that's I mean, let's say country-ish.
Okay, country-ish. How many people do live there?
So where is there?
Like the city or what is it?
So
is it a city or is it like more like a village?
No, it's so you have the capital city.
Yeah,
I would say right now Buenos Aires has 34 million. I would say, right, capital city. But then La Matanza is kind of we call it El Partido. It's like a small part of the province. And that small part of the province that is next has now 14 million, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like distributed, right? So you have like maybe in La Matanza, I will go with 60 to 100 cities. And so I was living in Ciudad Vita, and Ciudad Vita was very small at the time. And Ciudad Vita was like, I have no idea, but probably 10,000 in my mind, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm not good at this. Now it's bigger, maybe 20,000 I will go. So for the standards was kind of a village-ish.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, was like that you are going to the countryside. Right?
Sounds like a suburbs more of a...
like suburbs. So you have the capital city and then the strong suburbs around.
Yeah.
These are big ones, right? Like Avellaneda, and it's like big cities. And then Ciudad Vita is a little bit more farther away, but not so much, right? So I would say that is not a city in a way, but still a city-ish village. Let's go with village.
So there you studied, you went to elementary school? Or
elementary school
high
there,
school?
Yes. High school in capital city. I went to the capital city for a high school there, technical high school.
And have you all the time had some connection with IT? That's what I wanted to ask. That was why I said the rural again, because what was your connection to the IT?
So I think that the connection was like not coming from the school, right? I think the connection was coming when a little bit. So this is weird because I was never comfortable with the backstory of people, how they start. And in my mind was always like, who cares, right?
I do.
Okay.
And I'm sure many people on CZECH CYBER TV do.
Really?
Also.
Okay. So for me, it was like my first thing was like having, when I was 8, my own computer. In the time, it was a Commodore 64.
Oh my God. Now we go back. See, now we go back.
Commodore 64C, because my parents said, let's buy like something nice. And I'm so grateful. So it was crazy because like, I think that in elementary school, maybe there was some computer class. I'm not sure about this one, maybe. But because it was coming, and here I have to thank my parents for the vision and belief and kind of saying, yes, this is coming, or this is good, and this is something. And then they bought it. It was expensive, as you can imagine. But the most beautiful thing that is in my mind not happening so much now is that they had no idea about computers. Nobody did. So they buy this thing and they give to their son and daughter. And that's it. It's ours. It's mine. It's my sister's. Like you can do whatever you want because nobody knows how to turn it on. So you have it there, and we share with my sister, but it's ours, right? And you don't know what to do, and your father has no idea what to do. And so there is not, let me teach you. So straightforward, you go into, I have to figure it out, right? So it's like you start touching and doing, and then somebody tells somebody that told somebody that you can do this thing. And then you and then you have some magazine, and then so slowly building this. How do we work with this new stuff? And you have games, but how the games are there, and you have this blue screen. So I think that the beautifulness that was that you have ownership, 100%, nothing of don't break it or let me show you. So you have the independence, and also you have the power of making a lot of mistakes, because in the Commodore you turn it off, turn it on, and it's working. It's like firmware. Nothing you can break. You cannot break it. To this day, you turn it on and it's there. So you put some cartridges or whatever, right? So this is amazing because you can do stuff and you can break and then you turn off, turn on. Now, would you give your new iPhone fully or notebook to your kids? Maybe, but be careful, but don't delete my pictures, don't social. It's like the ownership change. So the opportunity to let me delete all the photos by mistake is not there anymore. And that's for me a huge limitation, right? Like they know that you know more, and then so for me that was beautiful and allowed me to do so many things. And for a long time I had it in my bedroom. So you can imagine you have 8, 9, your computer in your bedroom all night. Who cares, right? So it was like, I want to stay offline. I actually did, right? And then it has.
Did you have internet connection?
I did not. So internet was a little bit later. And also, like in that moment was like, are you aware what is the sneaker net or sneaker network? There was no IRC network or internet. There was SneakerNet.
Yeah.
SneakerNet is the network you do by running with your sneakers, your shoes, from friend to friend. So you get your diskettes, and then you run to your friend, and then you put some, and then you took some, and then you run again. So it was that network. And also, when the modems start to get out and BBSs start to appear, you have to buy the modem. It was much more expensive, plus the call. And so that was actually an issue. And I didn't have that. Some of my friends did, but somehow it was slow to get in. They were doing things that I'm not sure we were doing together. So that first part of the BBS was very slow, let's say, and very few things in my life. It was mostly offline. And friends allowed it. I was extremely lucky to have several friends with computers, but one in particular that was like crazy to go with me doing this, Martin Signa. And it was beautiful because it was like one-to-one, this partner that you are learning together and doing together and failing together and programming together. And then looking at the TV, was no monitors. So that was extremely beautiful experience. Like the experience of the TV we had was very old, so it started to get like bright with the time. So I remember still like doing programming. It was programming basic something like hours, and then start getting bright and then hurting your eyes, right? So turning it off and just resting a little bit just to recover the sight, and then turning it on again for a couple of hours because like it was hurting. So that is the type of experience that I value, and I think that they gave me the explore, the fix, the do, the break, right? Like this thing that was make your mistakes and see what's going on, and things like that. So I think that was kind of the pushing, and then after that it was like programming and basic and more programming and more doing, right? And I think at some moment, I'm not sure, like this transition into more, I think after that, several years after that, we got like a 386 or something like that. So more desktop, more professional. That was a little bit more, let's say, like different thing. And after that, it was like, okay, maybe you can actually learn this. Like, so we start looking, and with my parents, how to learn this. It was hard. It was not. Yep. So some place of Argentina that start doing this, it was the IAC, the Instituto Argentino de Computación. Imagine some institute that in some part of the city say, we are going to be teaching computing, which is everything. And then, I don't know, I was still like in high school, and I was going there. So for 3-4 years, I went there like off school to learn programs, C's, whatever, right? And things and programs and compilers. And the first oh, the internet is coming, right? So I would say that so when I was starting there, the first years, internet was extremely new. So I learned Gopher. I'm not sure if you know what is Gopher.
I don't know, to be honest.
It's a very old protocol for searching.
Okay.
That there was no web pages, like just these databases and Gopher. And then to search on that, the tool you use, it was called Veronica. Veronica was the tool, and it was that. So pre-TCP/IP, pre-web page, right? The web page came a little bit later. So I think that was beautiful because it was like after high school, I was there, like almost during the night. I love it, right? So kind of that ended up at the same time that I was already finishing high school, let's say. So when I end up the high school, I was like already with some knowledge. I will put in there, right?
It's funny how everybody has the different experiences, and that's why I ask everybody to share with me the way how they got to the place today. Because, for example, I received my first computer much later. It was the Windows XP. I used to have PlayStation 1, which I played a lot of games on. And then I remember one day my father brought from work, he bought from some colleague a computer. It was a Windows XP. And I remember I was so excited. And it had one game on it, and it was Mafia. Do you know Mafia? It's a Czech game.
I know.
Yeah, the first one. And I played it that evening, and there was some, even from the guy he bought it, there was some loaded mission progress. So I just ran around the city and drove the cars and shot people. And then the second morning I woke up and my sister wanted to use it, and she's younger, so she just wanted to use the Paint, which is in a Windows. And I remember that she opened the Paint and my father was showing her how to paint, and then suddenly poof, and the smoke came out, and I remember the smell, and the computer just burned the second day, and it broke my heart. I was like, I played this amazing game.
They gave you this and then they took it away from you.
So, but then I received a new computer for Christmas. It was, I was very happy. But yeah, I remember this also. I remember this. It's so funny how you remember in life like smells and like the emotions that it leaves a mark on you. Because I remember the smell of the smoke. You know, it was so big disappointment that I played this amazing game like for a few hours, and I didn't even discover the possibilities of this machine, and now I don't have it anymore.
Oh my God!
But yeah,
what a night!
Yeah. So we both share our first computer stories. You said then you went to university, and was that in a time something connected to cybersecurity, like some studying program? Or?
So no, there was no cybersecurity in the place. So it was like this was like engineering information systems, which I didn't know exactly what it meant at the moment. It was like there are 2-3 options to do computer something in the moment. So I think that after 3 years, I kind of realized really what it was about. I mean, what they want you to do when you end up, right? Different universities have like more technical, less technical, right? It was not clear for me. And so, this actually is like kind of computer, a lot programming, but mostly like administering systems, right? Like kind of go to a company and like build systems for others, right? Like this. And I didn't like that. I like more the technical things. So it was like, okay, that's it. I'm going to finish because, and then I will do whatever I want, right? But the moment, so I knew, right, I wanted to go there because it was like the computer and I like it a lot. But I was already into this, right? So at some moment in time, it was like still in high school and my sister took me to some bookshop and said, okay, go pick a book, right? She's a little bit older. Thanks to her, I am who I am. So I was there and it's like, oh yeah, this one. And I picked like operating systems. It was like extremely technical, deep book of like, I said, okay, get it, right? So I ate it. I devoured the principles of operating systems and memory management in microkernels. I was like high school. I love it. And then I went to the university the next year, and then I start the classes, and one class is operating system. So, okay, we're going to have a classes operating systems. Our main book, that was the book I had. It's like, oh yeah, I got this one. Yeah. So kind of that happened that I came with a baggage already. Okay. So university was nice in a lot of aspects, well, behind, right? Because we were like having issues. Like any universities, you can learn that much faster, right, than the university. But it was okay, it was nice and pushed me and have a lot of things. And for me was a nice thing. And actually gave me the first introduction to Linux in my life. So that was kind of a huge transition moment also for me, like for coming from whatever I was doing to what is this, right? And moving into that one. So I think that it was a nice one. And I like it a lot. Actually, the transitions to Linux was during the operating systems subject. And I remember because like it was like a whole, how do you say, like the assignment, practical assignment. It was something like 3-4 months and was only one assignment. And to approve, you have to install Linux. And it was extremely hard, like extremely. In that moment, there were not a lot of things. Linux was just barely out. And there was only one distribution of Linux in the world that it was barely distribution. It was called Yggdrasil. Yggdrasil was a distribution that came in diskettes, something, I don't know, 15 diskettes, no CDs, nothing. And that's it. It's like, okay, go install Linux. And I still remember what is happening, right? Like, it's like what I'm putting into my computer is like some thingy. And it was complex and extremely, there were no driver install package. It was like very, very hard. And then it's like, and you make it work and the feeling of, right? And this happened and the knowledge sinking. And I think that was like the powerful things of moving there, right? Yeah.
So after the university, did you just decide that you want to teach, or was there some reason behind this decision?
So, actually, no. So I have to say that from all the things I'm doing, like, and we were talking this before, like, I'm researching, I'm doing things, but if there is something I always felt that it's in me, and I don't have to do an effort. I don't have to study like other things. I don't have to make an effort to do something. That if it was something that came to me naturally, it was always teaching. Mm. So I remember teaching since I am a kid, right? I got into the high school and I was 13 and I was assigned and I was teaching to the kids that were 12, right? And were like meetings and organizing and thinking about stuff and like talking and I remember that I like it and I could like tell others and organize groups and splits and do's and so like most of my life I felt that there was no effort. It was like it's not that it's like yeah I can do this. So that was always right. So during my high school I was already teaching things around or others around. So when I get to university. For me, it was straightforward, right? So I went there, and it's like I have the first class was called information security, and I got in, and it was like, yeah, this is extremely simple, right? So I knew everything. So I went to the teacher and say, hey, and actually, so some stories in the middle, but so at some moment in time, I got to work in a company. Work, and then I changed to another thing, computer, it doesn't matter. And then at some moment in time, I say, wait, no, what I'm doing, I don't want to do this. I was programming, Visual Basic. Ugh. So I say, no, what I'm doing. So I say, I quit, that's it. I have nothing. So I just stay unemployed for some time, thinking. And then it's like, oh, okay, I want to go to cybersecurity, right? This is my thing. But there were nothing, like there is no where to go or anything. So another story that we can talk later, but I got into a cybersecurity, I will go institute kind of company thingy. So I started
in Argentina.
In Argentina,
Okay.
yeah. So okay, I can.
You can.
Okay, I can tell
it,
you. No. Okay, so
Let me just check the cameras.
yeah, for sure.
I just have this paranoia all the time that how I don't have a technician behind the cameras. That for some reason, one of the cameras, because this one you can see, but this
the other one.
I cannot see if it's recording.
Yeah.
And all the time I have this paranoia and I cannot get rid of it that for some reason it will stop recording. And I want to make sure that this is captured. So it's okay. Everybody
So
sees.
you know that you can have this amazing technology, a mirror.
Yeah. Oh my God. I didn't think I will put a mirror behind
We
it.
created this like 1,000 years ago.
No, I used to do that. I mirrored the screen of my iPhone to my laptop.
Just to see.
Yeah, but I didn't want to have a laptop in front of me today.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
So yeah, back to the topic. The story about the institute.
So what happened is like I was searching and say I want to do cybersecurity, and then somebody that is very well known in Argentina, Julio Ardita, went to the one of first month in university and gave a talk, and he actually was creating already for some time his own, probably the first cybersecurity company that I remember in Argentina. It's like I have this company, and then he said, I am thinking about creating a research group into the company. And I was like, oh. So end up, it's like going to my computer. Hi, Julio. So I'm Sebastián. And you mentioned that I want to participate. Please consider me. And thank you very much. And then the next day, hi, Julio. I'm not sure if you received my other email, but I would like to bury that. Well, I don't know what you're doing, but thank you very much. And the next day,
No.
maybe the emails didn't arrive. Yeah. So I was like 7 in a row, right? And at some moment, he answered, say, okay, come. Like, stop it. It's like, whatever. So I said, oh, wow. So I went there. It was like small office that they, like very, very new place. And he said, I literally am opening the door right now. I mean, there are no cables. So he said, I'm opening the door. That's why I didn't answer. And then he opened the door. We were like, some of us, like 5, 6 of us, some of our my first friends in the area and current friends. And we met there. And then we said, okay, just go in, do something. I need to go. So there is like something, but there's no internet. The cable is there. Just do. So it was kind of a taking over a research group that we from scratch created with friends under the supervision of the company. And then we say, we are going to research on this. And then we start like imaging, right? Like young people. And for me, it was on honeypots and attacks. And so it was beautiful. It was freedom, no pay, right? Just come here and do my free time. There was no employment. So I was already doing that when I went into the university and I took this class, information security. And I was like, I said, hey, look, like I'm already kind of doing this working, right? And then he said, oh, okay, so let's do something. Like, you will be the assistant, like the helper of the teacher, right? I said, I'm right now starting the class. I said, no, it's fine. So literally I stand up and cross and turn. Yeah. So we started talking. It was awesome. He was amazing, the teacher. He literally took me and say, let's do this. And I say, hey, this class, it's kind of like, we can try this. And he was like, do it, right? And so it was like creating and changing the classes. So from the first years for me, it was like, go, right? And it was like that with most of the cybersecurity class. And then the next class, this network security was a class, was similar, another professor. And then he was like, hey, do you want to be my assistant? Because we were friends. I said, but I still didn't took your class, right? I didn't take your class. That's fine, right? So I started being first assistant and then officially registered in the class. So for me, it was like bringing all these things and the university catching up, let's say, right? So the university gave me the opportunity to teach and to start doing this and then like taking over the classes and kind of preparing. And that was for me a very important moment of experimenting in teaching because to that moment in life, I only had maybe a couple of good professors, those that you say, oh my God, you are such a good professor, but they were not in my topic. So I was making up as I was going, right? Like how to teach, what to teach, is practical, not practical, what's motivating, right? How to reach the people, how not to reach the people. We don't have a computer, let's get computer. So all these things I kind of together. And it was a beautiful moment of experimentation. Again, it was a situation where I was given the opportunity, the space, the time to do, and nobody was there to say, this is the way. And different moments in my life, in different situations, from the Commodore and this and the university, and later in different works, including later in my PhD, that was the preferred way of doing things that I had. Like, give me the space, right? Like, I will do it. I will fail, sure. I will fix, I will do, but I will like expand to places that were not planned before, right? So yes, guide this, and there, but don't worry, right? Like, and I think that for me was super important, not being under the, no, don't do that. I was never good at limits.
Yeah.
So you can ask my mom if you want. I was never good
I
at
can
limits.
relate, yeah.
So and I think that's every time that there was a situation like this of, oh, this is the way we do things, I was out,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
I understand exactly what
yeah.
you speak about. And it's funny, the parallel, not funny, but it's interesting how you speak about your first experience with the computer, and that you needed to figure it out by yourself. Then you got in this new field and you needed to figure it out by yourself. Would you say that these experiences gave you the most, like as a person, as someone who wanted to develop their knowledge?
100% agree. Yeah. This is like later, many years later, I start to tie together with the hacker culture, the hacker spirit, the information systems, let's say, hacker way of doing things. And yeah, this is the way, right? It's like you figured it out, like you want to know and to learn how things work and how to improve them in the way that you want. Nobody is going to tell you because there is no way, nobody knows yet. So go figure it out and fail and do and fail again or something. Without knowing, in a way, I think that naturally that was something that I felt comfortable in, but I know and agree that this feeling comfortable in situations that you are giving a lot of freedom depends on the person, right? And different persons have different places and comfort zones. Like all of us, we have comfort zones. And a lot of people, when you give the 100% freedom, they struggle, right? They don't know how to, where to go, and they need the guidance. No, okay, yes, but first tell me something, right? And I'm not sure where this is coming from. Maybe something that is on each of us. If you ask me, I would say my parents, right? Like my rising, right? Like the openness, and I know that they were all the time thinking about this. I know that for my parents was by design, like they took the decision of the type of uprising, right? The decision, right? I know that maybe I'm go too far, but I know the story of how they plan my birth, literally, like from the light they wanted, the color of the light. I'm not kidding, right? It's like in a way that is like, without violence, without intervention, and in a way, I think that was super important in the uprising, and the opportunities and the yes and the no and the respects and the that slowly build your personality, right? So in those situations, then I felt more comfortable and kind of help in, oh no, I will do best if you give me the space, right? And yes, you can constrain me. Oh, I'm not sure, but it's not going to be so good, right? So kind of in a way, yeah, to this day, that's how I like it.
It's nice how you described that everybody has a different needs and different growing ups, and I think that is very important in understanding how to teach people, isn't it? Like you need to understand each individual is learning different. Like one person needs pressure, one person needs freedom, one person is it?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think that in the teaching, I'm not sure how to describe this because I never talk about this with any other teacher, but in a way, I'm trying, or we are trying to get into the mind of the other person, right? So if you can understand what's going on there, in a way, it's kind of a computer, let's say, right? So if you can understand what's happening, what is the thinking process when you say A, are they receiving A or they're receiving BB or they're receiving, and are they expecting a C? And then oh no, yes, I didn't mean that. This is you're maybe let me show. Okay, let me make a graph for you. Okay, no, so the moment you know if the learning is happening or not, or what are the constraints, you kind of adapt and you see. And I think this is part of the engagement with the others. I would say like, I think that you are not getting what I'm saying, or actually I'm not saying correctly, or there is something going on, right? So, for example, in the university that I did a PhD in Argentina, the UNICEN, in some classes when I was there, they had many different teachers for the same subject. It's not common here, at least in CZECH, but you have one subject and then you have 4 different teachers, 4 different subjects, 4 different topics, 4 different syllables, completely isolated, and everyone is teaching the same. Imagine, I don't know, mathematics or whatever. And this is because each professor, they have their own way of teaching, their own principles, and also gives you as a student the opportunity to take one of the classes, completely hate the teacher. You can fight with the teacher. The teacher can tell you you will never approve the class ever in your life, and you're okay because you can take another one. So you are never under the pressure of, if I have a bad relationship with the teacher, they can stop my career, which sometimes happen. Right?
I just wanted to ask, does that happen?
Yeah, it happened. Yeah. It happened like sometimes.
Because I heard the story, for example, from my wife. My wife told me this story about when she wanted to be a dentist or dental technicians. Great teeth, not the dentist. And then she had a teacher, which because she's blonde and blah, 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 she didn't like her. She basically didn't let her to pass. And I didn't have a personal relationship experience with behavior like this. But it seems to me like it seems sad as somebody who you should take those young people and guide them to be their best self, but you let your ego or you let your personal feelings or you let whatever else in their way.
It's incredible, but and to this day, right? To this day, sometimes with more intentionality, sometimes with biases that teachers don't know because you are a human, but sometimes, unfortunately, it happens. Less and less, I would go. And also, I'm not in contact with a lot of teachers right now, to talk about this. But I know it happened, at least in many other places I was teaching. And it's extremely bad. Like, not for me, it's like bad, because I know these marks and affects the life of that person forever. Like,
forever,
you can go to these people right now, ask about it, and it's there. It's like,
and I know it from my wife. She knows the story. It's in her, and she doesn't tell me, this teacher was so good. This experience, like, let's say, traumatized her so much that she carries it in her 30s, in her 40s. And this story, it's so vivid.
So, for example, in this university, like when I was studying, you can have this extremely bad relationship and fight. Literally, I did fight with teachers And then it's like, I don't care. Next semester, I will take the other class and you approve and you go, or the other one. So there were like many opportunities. And for me, that was amazing because also the reputations of the teachers and the class, the students are like, no, this is like more this, the other one is more that, this is not good, this is bad. So you can choose, right? And in the university that I did the PhD, they took the opportunity also to split the students according to their learning method. So when you register, you have like kind of a small questionnaire, let's say, somehow, and then they know, okay, you are the type of students that you prefer the theory first, tell me how stuff, like show me, like I want to read about it, and then I will go and try. Another side, no, I need to see it first. Like press enter, show me, and then when I like it, I will go and read about it. There are different learning styles, and they split the students in these different styles for the same content. I was like, oh, that's so smart, right? It's like, yes, because you are now thinking about the students and you're not thinking about the teacher anymore, which is one of the problems, right? Like the teacher is still in the position of super duper something, right? So the communication and I think that's why at some level I felt this more natural in me to explain, to say, and say, oh, they are understanding. Oh, no, they are not understanding, but it's because of this. I think I'm being this, I'm doing that. Like there was this kind of, I'm not sure what's the name, rapport, empathy, something that in a moment is like, oh, I know what you're thinking, right? Like, or, and that helps like improving or moving or something, right?
It is interesting. And it's to this day, I also, because my son now just started to go to elementary school, I witness a lot of behaviors already from the teachers, which I don't want to say necessarily that I don't like, but I'm having trouble maybe communicate them because I'm feeling like, okay, if you care about your job, if you want to do your job correctly, like this should be, you should know that this is wrong.
Yeah.
And for example, I choose this job, podcasting interviews, because I love it. I want to get better in it. I want to, each episode I am analyzing myself, thinking what I did wrong. Should I ask this? Should I have asked this different? And I'm thinking, okay, then there is this person which has this calling in their life. They chose this profession. I don't think nobody forced them to be a teacher. And you think?
Yeah, could be. I mean, in all times, for the majority of the women and studying to teach in high school was mostly the only thing that they can study and go, right? Like 60s, 50s, right? You cannot be an engineer, manager, and you end up, I don't know. Depend on the country, right? But yeah.
Yeah, so it's just, it's curious for me. It's circling back to your time in Argentina. So you are assistant to the professor. You are in this project, research. What was the company? What was the name?
Yeah. So the name of the company was CZECH.
Still exists?
Good point. I will.
No, I'm just asking.
No. I'm sure. I'm not sure. I would say no because it was sold.
Okay.
And then resold. But maybe to this day, the name legally exists. I'm not sure. We should ask Julio. But
Julio can maybe reach out after he sees
maybe they
this
can
episode.
reach out. Yeah, why not? I would love that. And to this day, we have like still like group of WhatsApp of all the people working there, and it's like the people, and we talk and we know each other because it was a beautiful time, and there were many companies doing cybersecurity, I think. So I'm not sure which one started first. Core was there, of course, and others, but for me, it was important to have this opportunity and let's say space and give me, like you said, this opportunity to say, okay, go. So I remember that we started like, okay, let's have, we like attacking. So we start a lot of computers that we go there. We started like, okay, research on honeypots and attacking. We have SSH. And so let's gonna go in there. And I remember that we found some vulnerabilities in SSH and then and then was other like researchers friends that were like working in other things, and then another researcher friends and another. So kind of complementing and talking, and it was like, now I think that the name we have for that is Hackspace in a way, like the Hackspaces, which is a lot of people doing hacking and in anything from biology to hardware to whatever. But the critical thing is the space, right? Like in Prague, I think we have like 5 already. It's like beautiful places that you go, no money involved. It's like going to a club during the night, 3-4 times a week. You go, you sit down, you have something, you drink, and then you say, oh, I think I would like to hack that light. And then you go and you hack the light. And then, so it's beautiful. It's amazing, right? So I think that in a way was that.
Yeah.
We didn't know. So it was like going there. When I'm going there, wherever I want. When I'm leaving, I'm not paid, so I will leave whenever I want, right? And I forget something, I will go in the weekend, right? And then you go down, you do, and it was amazing. And it was teaching me also the first starting in what was researching, right? Because we wanted to publish something and to show that we can attack, right? And also another part of the things that I like is that I highly believe in always doing your 100%, whatever the situation, right? Like I highly believe that if you are doing your best, something extremely good is going to happen because of that. At least you're going to feel happy and you give it, right?
Yep.
But at least in my experience, like going there and just doing whatever you want, 100%, like installing or researching or attacking or programming or writing, and not thinking, I'm going to be paid, I'm not going to be paid, who is the owner, who has the intellectual properties. Like you take this out and you just go and you, whatever you can do it your best. And then it was like exploding, right? Like, because after that, like it was like a couple of months, and then Julio and the other side, they saw me and say, we want to hire you. Like apart from this, go to work for us, right? So it's like, yeah, sure, right? So it was kind of doing both, and then like doing that one, and then pen testing and security. But for me, was like, was it a good idea to take a position or something in a place that was unpaid, was unemployed, and not having money for? It's risky, and for a lot of people we don't know, I will need a job that pays. And for me, this is what I like to do and what I can do and have the opportunity to do right now. And I never even ask for the job, right? It's like, come and do it. It's like, yeah, sure, right? It's like, hey, we have a client that they need to fix some internet problem. Yeah, we were doing it here last week, right? So, okay, can you go and do it there? Yeah, sure, right? So it's kind of this situation that it wasn't like for me, beautiful. And I'm very, very grateful for their vision and also allowing this, right? And not being like extremely like, I don't know, close or something. For me, was an opening experience, let's say, right? Plus, literally all the people I knew there, to this day, I keep talking, and it's like yeah, like very, very, very much, right? But in a way, like thinking back, you were asking about like the starting and the nature of this. I would say that, so for me, I think the critical thing was that in my family, my mom is a retired kindergarten teacher and director.
Okay.
So she was teaching in kindergarten. She was 15, and then was director of a kindergarten school. And so in a way, how to say, in Spanish we say mamar, like breastfeed this from very young, like, and the teaching and the situation and the environment and the decisions and the coming and right and goings and how to not do. And also in that moment, Argentina was in a very bad situation. So in this situation, Argentina was still under the military government.
Okay.
So it was like extremely bad. But I remember that it extremely bad situation, my mom going to the demonstrations against the military government, which is not a good idea.
Not the safest thing to do.
And she was going with both her kids, right? Okay. So we were there with my sister, and it was like in the shoulders. Screaming.
Do you remember?
Yeah. No, I don't remember. It was
How
super
old
small.
were you? 2, 3?
Yeah, 4. Yeah. Let's say 3, 4.
Okay.
But it was crazy. Like you're there in the shoulders, screaming about the military government, right? And it was. But my point is that also this gave me kind of the social values. Like it was always clear for me the values of the people and the plus the teaching, right? And with the impact and what they have or what they don't have, and the fighting for what you want or you don't want, and being there even if it's extremely, extremely risky, right?
The values.
The values, right?
Yeah.
So that's part of the things that the literary translate in. Unconsciously, you start taking decisions based on this, right? And then you say, do you want this or do you want that? And life is small decisions like this, right? It's like, no, I want to wait. No, I want to go. No, I want to take it. No, I'm not going to take it, right? I want more money. Whatever. It's like your values are going there. So in a way, those I feel that were the values that were pushing me forward, right? It's like, are you okay doing this? Yes, but I want to teach, right? I want to move there. So you have the university, but I'm teaching. And I was like, hey, I'm working in the company, but I'm also teaching in the university, right? And this is like all together. And then, of course, the company, like they have training. So I was teaching for them in the trainings, right? And all the time I have this issue that it's like, and then it's like, I'm going to teach something like, for example, security in Linux, right? But you go there, I was like young. So the people go there, it's like, who are you, right? So because, so no, I'm going to, and then it was like funny because we were doing things and like improving and moving in a way that you are bringing there something like kind of that is new for them because for it's like coming new things, right? On cybersecurity and Linux and stuff like that, right? So it was beautiful and from the company side, it was amazing. It's like pushing me and I was going abroad to other countries and teaching and moving and it was like extremely nice experience. And at the same time, the university was giving me like the hardcore like teaching, right? And slowly actually the subject that I start building in those first years of university kind of I kept growing and moving forward even to this day, like the class we do to this day. It's kind of a old granddaughter of that first, like, no, we need to practice, right? Like, no, you need to go and try. No, like, this is not working. Go and break it, delete everything, stuff like that, right?
Yeah. We will get to this day because I am very much curious about the story of how did you end up in middle of the Europe from beautiful country of Argentina.
Oh, I thought you were saying Czech Republic.
And I feel that it's then suitable for us to try the Czech wine then. If you're up to it.
Let's go.
And I'm going to open this one because it's much easier. So...
This one.
This is Palava. Not that I would know. It's 2023. Pozdní sběr, so it means selection of grapes.
And Moravia, where in Moravia?
Moravia in Palava is a region. Looks like this, obviously. I have been a few times, but never.
Looks nice.
Yeah.
So this is a young model.
Young model, I know. Yeah, I know. See, you make me speak Czech.
Pardon. A Malv is
this is not that I would be wine. It's a model. It's called Malivinar. It's I guess the name of the winery. Small winemaker. It should be good. Hopefully, we see. I'm not the. I told you. I'm not the person to ask about wine. Or
don't worry. I am the person to drink about it.
So but it's much easier to open.
So should we be covering the brand? Are they sponsoring? No, it's like I don't know.
No, know. If they want, though, maybe we are open. And actually, I could offer every time a guest.
Oh, that looks so nice.
So as we are slowly approaching the topic of Czech Republic, awesome.
And I like it because recently I was buying some wine. And I would say, hey, I want some sweet one. And say, oh, I have something that is like really sweet. No, maybe you need another one. I say, no. I need a sweet one. As I say, it's really sweet. I say, I know. And I got it. And it's like, I'm from Argentina. We like sweet stuff. So.
So awesome. So this should be okay for you.
So I'm following your wine.
This is the proper way. I have
no idea. Yeah.
We covered briefly your time in Argentina. And And I don't know if there is something else. Because I don't exactly know the timeline. Because you speak the university, about your time working for this company. But
we have
what happened that we are sitting here drinking Czech wine?
Now we have in the middle we have like 20 years of stuff.
Okay.
So I can do a TLDR, like a line.
Yeah.
So you can so roughly after this teaching university, I can say this is super good. Hey, thanks for all the fish.
Yeah.
But
nice reference.
I actually like research. So that is the moment in my head is like, no, working in companies is super good. I travel many countries, amazing managers, reports, whatever. Super nice. But I like researching. So at that moment, very likely, one of these friends that I met in the institute, Carlos Benitez, said, hey, I'm about to create the first cybersecurity civil research group in the Argentinian government, in the military part of the Argentinian government, which was, I will say, this is a weird reference, but it's like the good military part. So I have to say the good one because the word part was not good one. So it was like a military research institute, and they wanted to have a civil group, and he was pushing to create this group and say, hey, Carlos, I'm in. I mean, count me in. That's it. And say, well, there is a catch. Like, this is a proposal. And the proposal must be approved by the president of the country. I mean, wait, what do you mean? Like, no, literally, he has to put a signature in a exception to the decree, because at that moment, government could not hire new people because of financial issues. So it has to be an exception to the degree that it was valuable enough to hire some people, including us. When this is signed, we can do it. I say, okay, see you later, right? So like, yeah, that's gonna. But I say, hey, I'm gonna keep doing this because I have no opportunities. Like, one of the things that at the moment when you think is that there are few new ways to do stuff, right? I was doing research, maybe. We were writing things and trying stuff, and but there was no like, oh, I will go to this cybersecurity company to do that, or to sell this, or to blah, 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 blah. Like, so in that moment it was like, that's it. There is no other way. I'm going to keep doing this. And then a year later, he said, it's done. He signed. That's it. Let's do it.
It took a year.
It took 1 year. Thank you, Carlos, to this day. So, and then he said, let's do it. So we created a group there called the SI6. We were 6 people, 6 friends.
SI6.
So, yeah, it's SI6.
Sounds so secret agency.
I think, I'm not sure. I will go that maybe it was like a joke, but because it was literally 20-something people doing open source research, but it was amazing. It was amazing. We have such a nice fun. And to this day, I keep talking to them. They're amazing.
So that was a job for the government?
Yeah, that
it was a group under the government of Argentina?
Yes, that they say, we want to create this group of research in cybersecurity. Okay. And we say, oh, wow. So Carlo was the
and what was the year?
What?
That was, what year was it?
Such a good question. This was
approximately
2002, 2003. Okay. Carlos will look at me and say, no, but let's, no, 2004.
Okay.
Mostly. And it was amazing because it was like now government office with research and money in place, right? So 5 friends, amazing. It was incredibly good. Again, openness. Carlos, that was like the leader, was like, let's do this. This is guided, but it was like, do it, right? And so it was the first time that we touch really the research line, like publish paper, like going to conferences, like opening and moving, right? It was a huge impact. I was very, very lucky. That was my first time like that officially like start working in what later was like honeypot technology and how to like keystroke dynamic. We got a lot of things in there. It was amazingly beautiful. Like 2-3 years that we were working and talking and something. And to speed up a little bit after that, we said with my wife at the time, hey, let's move out and let's get out of the city.
While you were working for this government?
Yeah, but it's like, hey, this is amazing. No, I enjoyed a lot, but I'm gonna get out. And at the moment, looked like a very weird decision because it was like a group growing and a lot of things. It's like, I'm gonna move out of the city to another city, so I'm gonna leave. And that's another thing that, looking back, for a lot of people was weird to see and accept. It was like, why? You are like working in a perfect position, in a perfect thing, earning money, nothing wrong, everything working. Why? Right? It's like, there is no why. I just like want to move. It was, for me, a very timely decision. And this happened several times in my life, that took a decision without knowing exactly why. And then after the fact, something happened. They say, oh my God, so good. I was not there for this. It's like, yes, it's like exactly the perfect timing. Several times happened. So that was moving to another city, Mar del Plata city. It's a city by the coast, beautiful city. A little bit coldish and windy, but beautiful. So we moved.
To the coast or East Coast, West Coast?
South coast. So Buenos Aires is here. You have the coast and it's like a little bit south. And to the sea. It was amazing. To do what? I don't know. So I went there and said, you can do university.
Without plans?
No. So no, before going there, I sent an email to the university there and say, hi, I'm doing this, this, and this. I would like to teach. And they say, come in, right? Like, yes, sure, right? So that was super nice for me. So I went there to the second university, Ufasa University, and I got in, and then say, okay, we have this subject that is whatever, subject number 1. Take it. And say, yeah, I'm going to go cybersecurity. And say, okay, whatever, right? It's like, do. Right? Again, like nobody came with a plan and this should happen or not. It was like, we have this open position and there is one subject that can be whatever you want. And it was called Seminario de Informática 1. It's like a wild card name. And say, yep, I want to Saturdays from 8 to 12. To 8 to 12 in the morning. Imagine that. And for me, it was like, yeah, that's awesome. So went there, hyper practical, and it was amazing. Like 3-4 years, I think that it was crazy, changing things, like teaching and the students, and we did the research groups and growing, and then like, let's do a conference, and let's do a conference, and then like, so it was like incredibly nice. And the students start to grow up and we start publishing papers, and then I felt like, okay, like all the students are like finishing their engineering and we have these study groups that we are researching, but if I want them to grow, if I want them to do more, I need to do more because I was engineer at that point. It's like I need to like extend the graph. So I said, okay, I need to go into a PhD. So I say, okay, go to a PhD. In that moment, it was a PhD in another city. So I say, I'm moving out. So move to another city, separate from my wife in that moment. So I went alone to the new city. And in that new city, it's like, hey, it was like, for me, it was funny because it was, hi, I want to do a PhD in your city and your university, Unicef University. And I'm doing this and this and this and this and this and this. And I want to research in this topic. That's it. Then it was like, okay, come here and we talk. So I went there and we have a talk and say, I want to do this, this and this. And then somebody there in the institute say, okay, yeah, we agree. You are going to be under his supervision. Let's start, right? I didn't know at the moment, but the owner, let's say, or founder of that institute was extremely passionate, not to say hard, but let's say hard too. So it was kind of like dictatorship-ish, let's say, my way, my things. People don't talk to me because I'm hard, but also, all right?
Yeah.
You may know at this stage that I give it, I'm not sure if I can say that, I give a fuck, right? So it's, so it's like, whatever. So it's like, hey, look, I want to live here, but I need to rent a place and I need somebody to be my guarantee. Like, can you put your house in guarantee for me? And he was super cool. Like, oh, no, I can't.
Sure.
And I was like, no, because I already have for my brother. And at the moment, I didn't realize what I was doing. It's like going to, like the CEO of the company and asking, can you put your house in guarantee for me? Imagine that. It's like some CEO. I don't care. But he was super cool. Like, no, I can do that. But then let's do this, let's do that, let's do this. And then we solve it. And then with the years going on later, I realized like everyone was extremely afraid of him. I was like, oh, right, yeah, I can see, right? So that was moving into the PhD, speeding a little bit. And
Finished the PhD.
And not finished, but during the PhD, it happens that Argentina had a research contract with Czechoslovakia. No, Czechoslovakia, that is the 70s. So somebody came and say, hey, look, in the 70s, we signed something with Czechoslovakia. Now, it's not anymore, but it's still valid. So you have to research. We have like 2 years to finish this because a lot of people put a lot of money. And so find somebody there and they will find somebody here. And
in Czechoslovakia.
In Czechoslovakia, and let's do something. It's like, okay, where is this? That was the first one. I said, what are we talking about, right? So we get together with some people.
How does this even happen? Like
I'm not sure. Like somebody
in the
70s, politics. They did the research and absolutely nothing was done for 30 years. And it was about to finish. Somebody from Czech Republic traveled to Argentina with a lot of power. And he went there and say, yeah, we need to do something. So you go do something. And then that was it, right? So it's like, whoop.
That's a crazy story.
It's crazy. So I was like, what are you talking about? So we start searching. And then somebody from CZECH, they found us and they start talking. Oh, you're doing cybersecurity. I'm doing cybersecurity. So it's okay, let's do a project. So the project was research. I came here for a month, first time to see the city. They went to Argentina to see the city.
So it was like an exchange.
Yeah, let's research for a year and also let's exchange, right? And at the end of that, we publish a paper, beautiful research, amazing to this day.
Okay, the first time they told you Czechoslovakia. You obviously checked. Was not Czechoslovakia anymore. It was Czech Republic. Huh? What did you think? Like, what was the first thought when you saw where we are on the map? Do you remember?
I remember thinking that I was not sure what it was. Like, if at that moment you open the map and say, okay, put your finger in Czech Republic, I would do like, around here, right, with my hand. So, and also like, that it was like an unknown culture because, of course, like, when I say Czech Republic, I'm not sure. Oh, Prague. Oh, right, because Prague is more well-known. So it was like, oh, yeah, I have some idea what I mean, like, kind of, things I saw, movies, maybe. Like, so very blurry, right? But I was like, hey, yeah, let's do it. I'm okay. I came here. It was amazing. It was a surprise. Amazing city. Beautiful, right? Like, I still remember the first time that I came here. It was like crossing for the first time the Charles Bridge to the castle. And I remember like reaching the end and thinking, this is a fairy tale. This is medieval times. It's like it's not that it's no. This is like you walk and you feel, and I think this is to this day what like for most people is like you feel inside, right? If at some moment somebody was driving a carriage with horses by me, I would say that's fine, right? It's like you are in it. So coming from Argentina in general and in particular from Buenos Aires, this is a strong change, right? Like Buenos Aires city, it's a city that it's huge, right? So it's huge. So there are more taxis in Argentina than in New York. No, sorry, in Buenos Aires. For sure in Argentina, but also in Buenos Aires than in New York. So it's like big one. It's spread, right? But the architecture, it's European architecture, Madrid, Athens, Paris style, and it's like flat. And because of the country, if I want to go and see a nice river, it's like 2-3 hours away. I want to see a forest. If I want to see to the amazingly beautiful mountains and forests of Patagonia. That is literally 22 hours by car.
Jesus.
So it's not like when you're growing there, you're like, let's go to the mountains. Let's go to the mountains. It's like a holidays that you have to plan a year in advance with your family, right? And it's expensive. So that type of let's say, way of living was construct like opposite of being here. And it's like, oh, but you have like a nice river, and you have a forest, and you have like fields, and you have like there, and you have animals, and you have cows, and you have a beautiful small, like for me, Prague was extremely small, still is, right? It's like 1 million, oh, that's like fine, right? It's like, I can cross this walking in an hour, right? So
Buenos Aires has what, 10 millions?
No, I think that living in Buenos Aires is like probably 4, I would say right now. 3, but a lot of people goes to Buenos Aires every day to work and they leave.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what is the right now. In my mind, if you ask me, probably it's 5 doing work day and 3 leaving, something
That's
like that.
crazy anyway, because Czech Republic has 10, 11 million people in total.
In total, yeah. So one of the things that we like to do with my wife is that we have like the map of Argentina, to like 26 provinces and like the whole country, and then Czech Republic, the whole Czech Republic is smaller than one province, right?
Yeah.
So in distance, this is super crazy for us, right? It's like no, it's like extremely close. Like you take a car and you drive, and less than 10 minutes away there is another town or small village, and then 5 minutes away there is another one. It's like, oh, that's beautiful. It's actually beautiful, right? So we came here for a month, amazing, beautiful, and then we go back. The project finished. That's it. Bye bye. I was still doing my PhD, and they say, hey, like we have an open position here for a postdoc. Do you want to come and work here? And I say, like, but I'm not a postdoc. I'm still doing the PhD. Say, it's fine. I just come. Say, like, no. Say, what? No. It's like, what? No. It's like, Czech Republic. No. What? No. And then the times went by, and they say, hey, we still have the position. Do you want to come here? No. It's like, have family, friends, a house, like have
crazy move, yeah.
My stuff is like I have a couch with books, or it's like no. And then the time went by, say, hey.
But what changed your mind?
I think that a little bit like in that moment was like, this is a crazy mood, I'm not sure. And that moment my wife say, let's go, like right now. And for me it was like, oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Was it one of those feelings that you described that you just knew that in that time it was the right decision to do, or was it something that?
No, yeah, the movement was the right decision. In the moment, it didn't feel like the right decision, right? Like literally the feeling I have when we took the decision of let's move to Czech Republic and let's literally, I'm not kidding, like go into your, where do you put your books? Bookshelf? Books, whatever.
Yeah. Let's say.
Yeah. Taking the books like this with your hands, pressing, walking to the street, getting down in the street, putting them there and say, whatever. And then you get out because it's like, I cannot sell the books. I cannot give, like some people took something, but you don't have time for this. And then you go back again and the people took the books away, right? So it's like, let's get rid of stuff right now. So whatever. So
you did nothing. You came with a backpack.
So some stuff we put in storage, like important ones, and then we came with like
baggage,
right?
Yeah.
So my wife says, let's go, and they say, let's go. So we say yes. From the yes, we go to the moment we are getting in the plane is 1 year, right? So because papers and visas and approvals, and then my wife was finishing the engineering degree, and then it's like, hey, you can come here, like as couple, then that's it. It's like, no, because she doesn't want to go as a wife. She wants to work and do stuff. It's like, oh, that's another visa, right? So, okay. You need a job in Czech Republic. So it's okay, let's find it. She was searching for a job remotely. And then after getting the job, getting the company to sponsor the visa and then travel with the visa. Many stories in the middle, but eventually we get to come here, right? And it was life-changing, of course.
Yep, I can imagine. But now you work together with your wife.
Yes, we work
Yeah?
together. Yeah, every day.
So she
yes,
found
yes.
a company to sponsor her visa.
Yes, she
Then-
worked in a company for several years, 5 years, and then after that, it's like I want to change.
Yeah.
And then we have a position in the university, and like
Okay.
we work together and teach together for many years. We know each other. We work like very well, and it's like I think like if you like it, it's like this can very much go well.
So what was the year that you came here?
2013.
So now
I
in-
think it was. Like,
Okay.
this is
So
like gonna
like
be
12 years
12
ago.
to 13 years. Yeah.
Madness. That's a crazy move. I cannot imagine.
We came, we say, hey, let's go year and a half, right?
Yeah.
Year and a half, and that's it. And then we came, and year and a half, we say, no, okay, wait, we didn't finish, because year and a half is a weird, like maybe 2 years. I mean, like, so you finish something, and then we go back, right? And then, but actually, like, so it was growing. It was like difficult decision, like what to do, how to do, right? Because you want to expand and you want to do. Unfortunately, like there were 100 times more opportunities here to do things, to try to expand, to. So
It's also interesting time because 2013 is 1 year, if I'm not mistaken, before the Czech Cybersecurity law, zákon o
I
kybernetické
have no
bezpečnosti.
idea.
Yeah, I think it was 2014, maybe I'm mistaken. So you came basically in the right time for the Czech Republic to be more developing in the cybersecurity field, and the companies getting more involved because they needed to by law, and I think you hit just the perfect time to come.
Yeah,
here.
and I think it was also because of this, because like I'm not sure about the history back in Czech Republic, but because CZECH had such a strong research field in informatics that then went into cybersecurity, and like because the researchers here wanted to go in that direction, and then they grew something like a couple of years, maybe 3-4 years before I came here. No, maybe like let's say 5 years before I came here. Like, it was like some researcher doing like PhD, and then slowly creating a group, and then companies were already here from the 80s, right? Like many cybersecurity companies. I'm not sure exactly why, but Czech Republic, Slovakia, and of course Russia, like they have like extremely strong cybersecurity background. I guess because of the math background, cryptography background. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I have no idea here what I'm talking about. But it was like for me surprising that why here you had like 6 or 7 cybersecurity companies since the 80s, right? And I think thanks to that, kind of opened the door, and it's like, oh yeah, let's make this happen here, right?
So you came in Czech Republic, you stayed 1.5 years, and you said, it's not done. My job here is
just
not
no,
completed.
one more year more, and then
Okay, one more. And it became in 1 more year, and
one more year. I finished this thing.
so yeah, on ČVUT you teach cybersecurity, right?
Yes.
Now we arrived to that
Yes.
topic. But also apart from that, you have another project. I don't know if it's part of ČVUT or not.
I don't
is,
know which one.
That's the and I don't know how to call it. I called it in our last interview a course. It's an online webinar. And that I am interested in.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you...
No. I would prefer if you are always honest.
Okay.
Don't tell me what it is.
I'm always honest. I mentioned it in one of my weekly episodes where I mention news. I have a segment called the Project of the Week. And I saw that you published a very nice video. So I promoted your...
thank you very much.
and,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and many people were disappointed. You know why? Because... they wanted to attend, but they saw that there is not a possibility to register for the new
next semester, September.
So you do it. So just for the context for the people, you do every semester. You do this. How to call it? Online webinar course. How would you call it?
I would say it's an online cybersecurity class.
Okay, class. Yeah.
Yes,
Perfect.
let's say class. Yeah.
And that's for anybody on this planet.
Yes.
They can join. You provide them with the materials. You spoke when we did an interview in Czech Cyber Awards that you also produce your own material. that you are thinking to go editorial with it, and you cover the basics. Because we spoke in our last interview, and I asked you, okay, if I'm a person which has some idea about technology and I attend your a class, yeah, can I just work after in any company as some junior role? And you said yes. So that's the aim of the class.
I would say so. First, it's like our class because we are 7 teachers, right? Like, yes, I kind of created
it. I meant like
yeah,
you and your
course,
team.
of course, yeah. Just like this is a class that is like growing for 25 years, let's say, but it is what it is right now because of the group of people, right? And like because they're putting their effort, right? And Veronica, and Andra, and Mari, and Martin, and Maurice, and Lucas are like, they are like believing in the class. And the class, I would say that it's called Introduction to Security officially in the papers. It's not introductory because it's like a journey from I have no idea about cybersecurity to I can do a junior pen testing.
Yeah.
Right? Like a little bit like, so if after the class you want to work in security, you have like strong the base, right? And it's like you did some pen tests, you know what you do, you know what not to do, including doing a report, like writing a report, which is extremely hard, and how to convey your ideas, right? You are not super professional, of course, but you are like ready to start, right? If you combine this with like you're willing to learn new things and you complement with the things that you are picking up during the class and extend it, for sure. And there are people that after that got jobs in cybersecurity. It's not kind of our goal to get you into the market, but our goal probably is like to take this incredibly amount of people that they want to learn about cybersecurity, and it's a kind of hard, weird topic to get in, and how to get in this topic in a way that is not extremely hard and puts you like from 0 to some degree, right? And then it's, hey, up to you, right? Like go, let's say.
Yeah. How many people do you have signing up?
So this year, so the class is like several things, the class. It started to get like somebody likes to say like a little bit punk, right? So we have the official Czech class in ČLENSTVÍ. Bezpečnostní.
Nice.
Bezpečnostní. Something more. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I would love to help you.
I don't know. And then the same class, but in English, because a lot of people and Erasmus students were in English. That is like Introduction to Security. That is the same class with 2 names. But then we have this year Prague AI Cybersecurity AI Master that includes cybersecurity. The students are there, and lifelong learning students also. So it's kind of 4 things together, and we open this online for free to anybody in the world. So the first year we have 1,500 people. This year we have 1,200 people, plus the people sitting there, right? Like there. People that they registered because they want to take the class. And then, we are checking like how many are moving forward and taking the classes and finishing at the end and stuff like that, right? So, yeah. That's a number.
That's amazing. And anybody can join from
anybody
anywhere.
Can join. So anybody can join. Yes. You press enter and you register and you take it. And we have stories, crazy stories, because the people, I love that they like to tell us their story and like how this is impacting them. Because this is, for me, I think that is coming from my social background in Latin America and in Argentina in particular. Like Argentina itself like has a strong socialist background.
Yeah.
Of the rights of the people and the right to learn and fighting for your rights, like extremely hard, extremely like powerful, and extremely like and I like it, right? It's like, so kind of bringing this in here was like, let's open this because we believe that right now around the world there are many, many, many people that they will want to learn about this and they don't have the opportunity, they don't have the university, they don't have the education, they don't have the connections, they don't have the money, they don't have anything, and they want to learn. And we strongly believe that moving this amount of people forward in their education is extremely going to impact whatever is going to happen in the world, right? More now with AI, more and more. Like, we need to take now more people and teach them about AI because in like 5 or 10 years, it's going to be a strongly different world, right? So this is up to the universities, right? So we are moving them forward, and the stories like crazy, like moms with 2 kids that are having 2 jobs and staying there and taking the class and bringing back people that it was like, I have 2 jobs and I'm like 1 job in one place, in one country, and then I'm taking the class when I'm traveling because it's far away, it's like 2 hours travel, so I'm like listening to the videos. So, and then they do a huge effort to finish. And this is for me, like what I strongly relate, like for everyone in Argentina, I think it's never easy to go and do and to study, right? So it's extremely, for example, when I came here, it's like, hey, we are teaching in the university and you have the students. I say, oh yeah, that's fine. And how many are working? None. I said, well, what? Like what? You can only study? What? It's like, so for me, it's like, oh no, yeah, like there is another level of effort, right? Of like studying and working and taking care of a family all together. So I know these people are out there. So for me, it's like, we need to open this one. So we opened it, and then many people like connected, and some people is like having, of course, trouble because it's 3 hours per week. It's a huge commitment. It's like 3 hours of an intense, extremely practical, hands-on class that you have to be watching and understanding and doing and asking. It's not easy. It's not easy.
No.
Right? It's like, and the topics are hard and deep and remote, binary exploiting, and then reversing, and then creating a malware, and then defending, and then honeypots, and then AI on top of that. So pushing. So a lot of people start like lagging off because it's like, I cannot do the class now, I will do it in the weekend. No, I cannot. So they see the videos, but they do. Like, they have a delay, but they do, right? So at the end of the year, especially Veronica is like going through everyone and say, okay, for us to give you online the certificate of completion, that is our Stratosphere laboratories, not the universities. Like, we are going to give you this, but for the 14 classes, you need to do, I think, 12 classes. It's like, hey, you did 11. I mean, go do 1 more and you have your certificate, right?
Yeah.
So Veronica is kind of pushing them. For a lot of them, it's like, oh yeah, thank you very much, right? Because I can do 2 more, right? Like, it's like the year is ending, but I can do, the holidays are coming, I will do 2 more videos and that's it. So at the end, those that are like getting over the minimum of classes, we give a certificate of participation online, very well designed, that you can put in your LinkedIn and you can say, it's like amazing. So, and they are like, I did it, right? And then you can put in your CV and you can show what you are. And that's extremely powerful, right? Like the amount of stories of people that were like finishing and feeling the completion of 1 semester is 14 weeks of 3 hours per week plus the hours for doing the assignments, because assignments are like extra, right? So many stories. And I'm like extremely happy that we proposed this to the university. So like a couple of years ago, like 3 years ago, like we were planning where the Stratosphere laboratory is going as a group, what we're doing, not doing. And for me, it was extremely straightforward. It's like, I want to do an impact in the world. I want to feel that I'm impacting society. What does it mean for me in particular? Because everyone has their own impacts, right? Or for me means like improving the life of other people as much as I can. So I like cybersecurity. I learned a long time ago that the best thing is to do what you love. not to do something else that you believe impacts more, like do whatever you love and do it greatly and say, I can teach cybersecurity, let's teach cybersecurity, and let's open, how can I impact the most amount of people? Well, to open this to the world, right? So we started designing that, and then we went to the university and we say, hey, we want to open free online the class for anyone in the world. And they say, what? It's like, what? No, what? Like, literally, like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, no, literally, like, open to everyone in the world. Like online. Yes, like me, like a video. Yeah, we have the video. It's fine. Like YouTube, you can go. No, but what about the content? Yeah, the content. Google Docs. It's like done, right? No, but I want so it was like coming and goings, and they say, hey guys, we are ready for this. We have video online recording, backups, audio, documents, chatting system ready with more than 150 Docker orchestrated in our infrastructure. It's done, right? So okay, yeah. So they put the signature, so we open, and for me it was always this pushing, right? Like the freedom I was telling you before, like don't stop me. Give me the space. I will do. I will create. Like we will do. Like we push. We have the people. Like the team is amazing. They're gonna be dreaming. They're gonna be creating. They're gonna be doing. They're gonna be just. We don't have to do what you believe you was good 30 years ago. It's like we can do more things. And actually, this is not the first online course ever. Of course, it's not, right? Like there are many online courses in cybersecurity before. Not many one semester. Usually it's like shorter, like the videos are like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and they're short, and then in a month you can finish. It's like, no. And also like it's live. You can see, you can chat, we can answer in real time. We are there for you, right? It's like, and it was a little bit harder to transfer this into the university, the dream, let's say, because the whole team was behind and say, let's do this, and everyone was like, yes, right, like let's do this, and also putting the effort, right? It's like, hey, we want to teach, and we want to teach beautifully. We want to enjoy, and we want to be happy doing that, and we want the people to be happy. Like, I don't want to be teaching 4 classes. Can I do it? Of course. Like we can do a lot of things, but I don't want 4. I want 1, right? Like all this thing, we're only doing the winter semester. It's like, why are you doing like also the summer semester? We need to plan and rest and dream and create and modify. And so it's better, right? It's like if we are doing the whole year, the quality drops very fast, right?
Yeah.
So in a way, it was like dreaming and putting and showing and extending, right? And in a ways that gives the creativity and gives the openness, and yeah.
So you mentioned Stratosphere Laboratory. That's a project or a team?
That was another dream. So Stratosphere Laboratory is a laboratory here in the university in ČLENSTVÍ that now is like maybe 12 to 15 people, and it's a blurry border. I don't know. It used to be bigger. In some moment, it was like 20. It used to be smaller, right? So it was born because, like, all my life, I like to create groups. I like to create teams. I like to create, like, I don't know where it's coming from. So I remember even like doing my PhD, and it's like, what is your dream? I want to create a group, right? So it's like, whatever that means. We with some friends in Argentina, we create other groups before, like hack spaces. It was amazing in Mar del Plata, amazing fun time. So we kind of have these experiences of creating groups, organizing, and doing things. So when we moved here, and so I came here like still finishing my PhD, and so it's a matter of years. 1 year that was like still finishing my PhD. So I finished my PhD in cybersecurity, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, okay, like what are you going to do next? So university has a very straightforward style, right? Like you are paid for something, and then when you finish a PhD, you have to find your own funding. It's like, that's it, right? So whatever, like you can find your own funding, awesome. Not see you later, right? It's like, or get into a group or something.
Yeah.
And being wanting to have this independence, I didn't want to get into somebody else's group or something. So I will create my group, right? So I want to find funding. So it's like, okay, you have to find funding, and that means like a lot of money, and it's not easy. So it's like, okay, like I went and I asked a lot of funding for a lot of people, like stupidly a lot, right? One of the best advices I got at the time is like, hey, if you want X amount of money, you need to ask for 10 times that, right? It's like, so I asked 10 times that, literally, and then one of those work, 9 were say, no, thank you. And that's it. So, hey, I have the money. And they say, what do you want to do? Okay, I'm going to start like researching. And then I have a student, right? And then eventually it was another student. And then I said, okay, we are kind of a group. And then I said, okay, let's officialize this. We have a name. We are the Stratosphere Laboratory. We have offices in CZECH, and we have research and projects and students and start growing, right? And then people and PhD students, and then like postdocs and more projects, and they're funding and growing. And then it was amazing because it was like exactly literally creating your own. It's like we are not a company, but we are kind of, but we are not. But we kind of, we have our own funding, our own people, with our research, with our and with our ideas, and we pursue whatever we want to do, and then we ask money for that. But we don't sell anything. But because we are teaching and researching and papers, so it's kind of for me a very free situation to be, right? It's like we have guidance, of course. We're part of the AIC team in CZECH. That is part of the computer science department. That is part of the Faculty of Electronic Engineering. That is part of CZECH. So there is a lot of people abroad like approving, and I have to be extremely thankful because for me, once I came here, like I was here, and this like I'm going back or not, or what I'm doing and whatever, like part of that being and staying and being part was also because of like people that support me, right? In this case, it was Michal Piechowczyk that says, hey, like the openness, and he's a little bit punk like me. So in a way, it's like I resonated with the punkness and the, oh yeah, you believe this, I believe that, you need it, we can do this together. No, yeah, of course, in another scale, right? But kind of gave me enough openness to say, I can do this and I could create this, right? Maybe in other situations, somebody would say, no, you cannot do that, but whatever, right? So stop it. So then the laboratory was born, and then many things were born after that, right? And students, and then the teaching came kind of like we're expected to teach a little bit, but I was always saying no because I was saying no, going back to the decisions, right? Like I was saying no because I want to teach in my own way.
Of course.
Because I was like, hey, you have to teach and go here and teach. No, right? So like, no, go here and teach. No, right? And because of this, because of that. So and then it's like, no, I'm doing it my own way, and I'm not doing it. I don't care. Like, I literally don't care. If I have to leave, I leave, right? So I think that in a way, I'm grateful that pushing or supporting or defending those values that don't have a real reason why to defend them more than this is who you are and you are not compromising in some things. And in others, you are compromising. In a way, push me to like, I know how to do this. I know how to teach. I'm doing it my way, on this is not happening. So eventually with the opening of, okay, let's do this. So we start teaching and we start moving until after that we kind of create the whole class and say like, let's do this. For example, like, hey, we have a class and everyone's like, oh, are you having like the lectures and then the practicals? Here they call it like the, I don't know how they call it. Like, you have the theory and then the practice. When are you doing that, right? Like 2 days in the week? I said, no. There is no theory and practice. There is practice. And there is, I'm telling you something about the theory and then we do it in that moment. It's like one thing. There's no separation. There's like, I tell you something, you go and do it in front of me and it's going to fail. And then together we are going to solve it, right? It's like, let's see what's going on. Like,
but that is the best way, isn't it?
I'm not sure if it's the best way. It's one way. It's the way I like. I'm not sure if it's the best way, maybe.
Well, I feel like that in life, if you try something and you fail and you do it and then you find your own way, that it leaves much bigger mark for you than if you just read a book and you read, okay, this is how you do it, but you don't try to do it by yourself.
I agree. I agree. I think that like teaching something, like telling something, it's necessary. Practicing, it's necessary. Did you hear this thing that like, 10,000 hours of doing something makes the master?
Yeah, that you master something if you do it for 10,000 hours.
So that's not true. So no, I'm sorry. So it's 10,000 of conscious practice.
Yeah.
Like example.
And also, what is a mastering something?
Yeah,
Can you
mastering.
even?
I don't know.
We can get deeper. And can you even master something? Like
I don't know. But for example, a lot of people, most of the people, believe that they're amazing drivers. Are you a good driver? Of course. Are you better than average?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm better than everyone is better than average, which is already false, right? So, and the thing is that because the people drives for 50 years, I've been driving all my life, it's meaning like I'm better or I'm good. I know what I'm doing. I'm driving since I'm 6 or whatever. And it's not true. You have to drive with the consciousness of learning and paying attention. Like you can drive all your life and be very bad all your life, right?
Yeah.
So only doing things for a long time is not synonymous of doing it good. So this is the same. Like, yes, like you can do it and you can teach, but doing it with the consciousness of making this count is what really makes it happen, right? In a way.
Yeah, you cannot do something that you hate for 10,000 hours just to do it.
Well, you can if you're forced to. I hope you don't, right?
But will you become an expert? That's the question.
Interesting question. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah. So yeah, I think that is practice, but also the way you practice. So for us, it's like, okay, yeah, theory is good, and then the practice is there, but you need to kind of feel like conscious practice, like thinking practice, like, this is not working, right? Like that's why classes usually have like a practice that you do alone at home that you hate, but that's when you hit it with the exercise and say, I have no idea how to do that. And then you say, oh, it's this one, right? Like derivatives. And then you do something. You need to put something of your personal effort, right? So it's kind of a similar thing. So we have like the theory, and then we have the practice, and then we have the assignments, like that are during the after the class. You have like some time, and it's like, oh, this is gonna happen in the class. You need to figure it out. And there's like so something, right? So the class has a lot of assignments and a lot of weird things. For example, like we have an exam. You have to have an exam, of course, right? Yeah, agree on that one. But exam, I have a very special positions about exams. I'm not sure your take on this one, but I strongly believe that exams are not done correctly. Like most of exams I take is like, I'm a teacher and I know something that you don't, and I have a subject that is very long, and I'm gonna randomly ask you something about it in the exam. So you have to read and memorize the whole subject for me, and then I'm gonna try to pick up something that you don't know. You know what I mean? And then I ask you something, and then it's kind of a lottery. Like, there are 5 questions. I hope I know 3. And if you're crazy lucky, I know 3. No, I know 2. I fail, right? Like you can see that this is not the best system, right? And then it depends the day you go, the teacher you have, and then if you're lucky or not. This is stupidly bad, right?
Yeah.
And also you have teachers on top of that they want to, test you. And if you show me that you know 2 things, I'm going to ask you this extremely weird thing that I only say once in that class, and then should know this one. I say, what are you evaluating? Right? Yeah. Literally, what are you? Because at the end, like the students are overfitting to exactly what you're gonna ask, the previous questions you did in the past, right? And they're not learning; they're overfitting to your method, right? So I said,
I do agree, but how can we change that? We cannot, can we?
I don't know. We have other methods, so we propose something different. Yeah, that is bad. For example, we have
one moment because we got into the point that we say goodbye to the people on YouTube. If you want to watch the rest of the interview, though, just come on CZECH CYBER TV and subscribe to our CZECH CYBER TV Plus and hear us speak about the most outrageous stuff.
I was gonna say the best story.
Yeah,
now.
exactly. Yeah. That's why I said it. Původně jsme v tomhle místě chtěli pro YouTube a Spotify rozhovor ukončit, každopádně, jelikož se jedná o oslavu, o grandiózní spuštění CZECH CYBER TV studia, tak jsme se rozhodli, že ještě další hodinu tohohle rozhovoru vám poskytneme zdarma. Rozhovor má ale celých 4,5 hodiny a pokud vás zajímá v celé své kráse, pak ho najdete pouze na CZECHCYBER.TV a podpoříte tím tento nově vznikající projekt. Díky a pokračujeme. Okay, we continue like nothing happened. What did you want to say?
So I was saying that exams, right? Like, this, like, so a long time ago, I say, no, this sucks, right?
Yeah.
So let's do the following experiment. So I went to the students in the class and say, hey, look, the exam is going to be this day, okay? Extremely hard, but you need to practice. So let's do the week before. My premise theory was this one, okay? You ready?
Yeah.
Imagine I ask you one question.
Yeah.
And then you have it wrong. And then I say, you are bad, you don't approve my exam, go away. If later on, next day, I ask you the same question, and now obviously you know the answer, and you give me the answer, do you approve? Now suddenly you know everything you need to know because you know the answer of my question that I did the last week? It's not, right? Like, you may know the answer, doesn't mean that you know everything.
Yeah.
Or so, and a lot of exams are like this, right? Like, there are like several exams, and then if I'm lucky and I know the answer to the question that you did before, or maybe you forgot to change it or something, then suddenly I know everything and I have an A and I'm a perfect student, even though I only do some questions. Bad. So I say, okay, look, you're going to have the exam the next week. Very hard. But it's extremely hard. Literally, our exams are like 100% practice. You are like typing the whole exam, exploiting, creating malware, and at the end doing that with a report, right? It's like 2 hours like crazy, right? So no, let's not do that. No, so the week before, we do a simulacrum where you would have the same type of questions, the same type of structure, all the things that are going to happen. The content of the questions is going to be different, but so there are no surprises. I hate and I don't believe in the surprise exam. You have to come and you don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be some questions about topics that you don't know, can be the first part of the class, can be the last part of the class, can be a weird topic that you should know. I didn't. The surprise is a bad exam. This is good for the teacher. They feel amazing, right? But it's bad for the student. So no, surprises are bad. This is not the way. So you have a simulacrum. Go here, no grades, relax, take the exam, do, practice, fail, whatever, ask questions. We learn. You have exactly the knowledge how the exam is going to look like. Next week is going to be the same structure, different questions. You know the knowledge, you now know everything. It's going to be different question, but the same topic, the same type, the same everything. No surprises here. And several things happened. First, as the first exam, the people was much more better. Like the results were much better. Like they were able to solve more, no nervousness, no surprises, because this is not an exam, it's some simulacrum. A lot of questions, people asking questions in exams, or it's beautiful. And then they go to the exam and they know what's expected. The timing, the questions, the problems, this type of things. And what really happened, it was taking everything into account for the grade. So it was not great for them, but I was taking everything into account. So if I see that extremely good here, that's it, that's your grade. I will put you that grade, right? You don't have to know. And this one is like, oh, you did here, like maybe nervous, like you didn't solve some things, it's fine, right? Like you can. So I was not telling them, but it was improving drastically how they were approaching the exam and how much they were studying and doing and practicing, and no nervousness of talking to a teacher that is treating it badly or whatever, right? And then it started to happen that like some people that was like taking the exam, they have a good grade and say, can I take it again, right? So, but you already approved, like, can I go to the exam again because it was fun? It happens so many times. So it's like, Of course, you
That's
can
so
come
nice.
to the exam again, right? Sit there, do it again. Actually, you have a better grade, we take that one, right?
Yeah.
Like, you cannot do worse, right? Like, go there.
But do you have a free choice of how do you do your exams? The university lets you do it in a way that you want?
So, if you don't ask,
Now we are not public anymore. Now we are friends here. So.
if you don't ask, they don't know. Nobody knows. And I am extremely grateful of this. Like, nobody knows. And we tell them, like, nobody came with a book of this is how you do things. And if they
But
would,
don't you have some guidance? Like you need to do things certain way? No. But it's nice.
you have a syllabus,
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
and then
Syllables meaning
the topics.
this is what topics. This is
Yeah,
what you need
yeah.
to go through.
So
this.
by legislation, you have like topic A, B, C, D,
Yeah, yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
And those you need to teach, and we teach those. And because those are going to appear later in your defense exam of your master or whatever.
Yeah.
So you have to teach them. They're there. For sure. They're covered. If you cover those, that's it. Like,
That's nice.
there's nothing more. And this is for me incredible nicely and freedom. There is, so I like the freedom here. There's not the freedom that it's in Argentinian universities. At least in Argentinian university, the freedom is more. Like they have like, for example.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is, I have an issue.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like broken. It's like,
Which now when we arrive to the glasses, which
I
one do you
will
wanna
go
continue?
to my Malbec
Okay,
and then I
me
will
too.
come back.
Let's go back to Argentina a bit.
Oh, there was not Argentina. Oh yeah, I can actually do that.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so good. Smells so nice, people. This is the correct amount. This I think is 10 deciliters or something. So in Argentina universities, given the socialist background we have a lot of unspoken rules and then real rules. For example, if you're in an Argentine university and you're teaching there, literally the professor giving the class has 100% control of what's going on inside the class. Everything happening inside the class, it's controlled by the professor. So
Okay.
much that if the rector of the university walks in, stops in the border and asks authorization to get in. It's like literally, this is your place. It's like there is no external pressure. Of course, there are a lot of like evaluations and you have to earn, like you have to get access to the class and you compete with others, a lot of things, right? Like in most public universities in Argentina, there's like a, how do you call it? Like exam or competition for teachers, and the best wins the class. So actually you are teaching in a class in a university, like, I don't know, whatever, cryptography.
Yeah.
And the next year, somebody from abroad, outside university, can come and say, I want to compete for that class. And literally go in front of a jury, you expose, and maybe the class is given to the other person because he's the best teacher for that one. So there's a lot of flexibility. This is not a perfect system, right? But by far. But that means that there is a lot of freedom. I'm used to that freedom, right? It's like, this is the best way I want to teach. Let's do this exam and here, right? And the only way we try to do this work is like feedback, right? Like tell us every class, how do you see the class? What is working, not working? What failed, didn't fail, the exam, and receive from the students, all of them, what they think. And that's the measurement for the university to say, oh, that was good, that was bad, this is a good teacher. They want numbers, right? So we want numbers, we give you numbers. So it's like, okay, please go and rate and give your... So when they see that it's working, they don't care why it's working or not working so much. It's like, I mean, somebody cares, but not everybody. It's like kind of that way, let's say, right? Yeah.
Okay. And that's the freedom, actually, you mentioned it throughout the podcast, that it's very important for you.
Yeah, I think that this feeling of I can do my best with space, right? Like with place to grow, like to let me think about it, like let me fail, let me get crazy, idiotically crazy. Like most of the ideas, like I usually have, like they're like not ready right now, right? It's like let's like create this group, right? It's like whatever, and then let's like do this other thing or do this research, and in a way, it's like pushing things that sometimes they're working, sometimes they're not working, right? But you try and you experiment, right? And yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about the school system, though? Let's dive into that, because I'm thinking about it a lot. I'm not a big university guy. I went to 2 universities. I tried police academy for 1 semester, then in Prague here.
What is police academy?
Sorry?
What is police academy?
What? Well, you go to police academy and you can choose a career in a police force or different kind of police departments.
Like, I don't know what that police department.
Oh, I also don't know. I was interested in the cyber part, and I was thinking, okay,
You can
I
choose cyber?
I think you can. Like, it will lead eventually to the some part of the police department that solves cyber crimes. So that was my idea. But I spent there a semester, and I'm very much relating to you with this freedom. I'm not really student type like of a person, but I say this because I think I was just in a wrong hands, because I do love to learn. So how am I not, I got through high school, for example, because there was parts of high school. I went to the gymnasium. It's called gymnasium in Czech Republic. I'm not sure. It's like the general high school where you have a chemistry and a physics. And I found myself in particular fields like English, like history, like I love acting. So this, I was very good in what I like to do. I was very good. But then, chemistry, not so good. Like, if I don't care about something, I do not care. Like, I give bare minimum. Like, I passed. Like, it was not possible for me to pass with less space. Like, the teacher was very worried that I will not pass. So that was my attitude. I loved what I do. And when I find something that I love to do, like podcasting, like cybersecurity, I give it 150, 200%. But the moment I need to do something which I don't believe in, which I don't believe in the person, which I don't believe in a way that it's taught, it's hard for me to... It was hard for me. Now it's much easier because now I can choose what I do, actually. So I went through the high school somehow, and then no, because I did not really know what to do. I loved filming. That is a common yeah. In all my life, I was doing Czech dubbing when I was young. I loved to do. I got in a group called Phoenix Pro Dubbing. It was amateurs in Czech Republic that were doing dubbing to Futurama, I don't know, and this kind of animations. And I loved it. I loved the work with the microphone. I remember that I saved money. It was 3,000 crowns for my first microphone, and I have it till this day. And fun fact for those who are watching Aleph Security Cast, the podcast, I started the podcast with that exact microphone, which I bought when I was like, I don't know, 15, 16. I just bought another one, the same one. And if you go to the episodes, you see I filmed with it like 45 episodes still.
Wow.
So that's what I love.
Wow.
But I have a feeling that the school system is a little bit lacking behind. Like, unfortunately, and I'm not seeing a way it's catching up. Like, it's not changing quickly enough as the times are changing. Do you have the same feeling, or it's just me?
Yes and no. I would say that I agree, but it's not that now the university is like having a hard time catching up. Like it always did. Like it's part of the nature, right? That's, I don't believe there's going to be a moment in life that the university as an institution is going to be exactly in the day teaching, right? Like, in a way, universities are like, you have the basics and you have like this strong basis that you need to form an individual, whatever that was 400 years ago. Sociology, history, math, whatever it was, right? And then I strongly believe that each individual must be personally responsible for their education. Like, if you're putting your future as a human person in the hands of the university and delegating this power to the university, this is wrong. This is like not the way to go. Like, you are still the responsible, whatever you do, right? So it's like the university is going to teach you things. Sure. It's going to fail amazingly, right? It's going to disappoint every day, right? But it's going to be there. It's going to be supporting. And then whatever is the university, extremely good or extremely bad, you need to take your education in your hands.
Yeah.
And more, less, other topics, cross topics, other universities, and other degrees. You don't want that. Keep that one. Take that class. Drop that class. Leave the university. Like, whatever. Work for you.
It's funny that you say this, because I will say this story from Police Academy. And it's funny again how powerful this memory is. Because now when I look back, it really... That's the reason why I sit here. Because while working at Police Academy, I was doing this... how they are called in English? When you are in a commercial, but you are not so important, these kind
of...
Extras, yes. I was doing this and I loved it. And there was a teacher which saw that I don't care so much about his, I don't know exactly what class was it, and I missed some classes the first semester, and it was obvious he didn't like me so much. So there was a point where he invited me and said, look, you miss one more class and you're out of this class. Don't come again. And one night, I received an opportunity to film as an extra for OMV.
Wow.
And it was in Eden, I think, and I was this hockey fan, and but it was a night shoot, and I had this class in the morning. And I knew when I was going there, I was like, man, if this is gonna be all night, it's gonna be very hard for me to catch this 7 a.m. class or 8 a.m. And if I'm not gonna come there, I feel like that's it. Yeah. And while shooting the commercial, I loved it. I had so much good time. And then I checked my clock and it was 4 a.m. And I was like, okay, so it's 4. If it will be another hour, it's 5 until I arrive. I just stayed up all night. And I remember arriving at the campus, and it was really like 6:30, and I was supposed to go directly to the class from this all-night shooting. And I was just thinking, man, do I really do want this? Is it something that I want? Because if I do want it, I really need to go to that class. I will half sleep there, whatever. I'm going to be present. The guy's going to be pissed, but I'm still there.
Yeah.
He cannot throw me out. I'm still present. And I said, you know what? Fuck it. This is what I feel. This is my feeling. I love this so much. You know what? The filming part, even if I'm just an extra, just the process to see the cameras, to see how the director is directing us. The process.
That's a decision moment, right? That's the moment that is a small decision.
Yep, and that's why I like what you said. Like, take accountability for what you want to do, and if you don't want to do something, just makes no sense.
Yeah,
makes no sense.
Makes no sense. Like, you can do 100,000 things, right? I also agree that knowing what you like is tough. I think that you're lucky. I think I'm lucky.
Yeah.
Not everyone has this, I like this and I will do this, right? Like, I think it's extremely hard. And we can talk about this if you want to, how to find it, let's say. But in a way, I agree, like if you are expecting this from others, whatever are the others, this is not going to happen, right? And the university has to update, sure, right? Like, can the university do better? Of course, right? Like right now, TLDR, like, main problem with university, from my perspective, that is only mine. University, in the mind of people, it's about teaching, right? University. Not to mention the uni part of universal everyone, and then the reality is that 90% of universities is about researching and grants, and the teaching part is extremely slow. Slow. That was a fiasco. Slow and small, right? It's extremely small. Like, you have few teachers, it's extremely hard to find teachers. It's extremely hard to find teachers that want to teach. And teaching is a chore.
Yeah.
Teaching is like, I have to teach. Moreover, where are these teachers coming from, right? So, like, if you want to teach to elementary school, you have to study a lot, right? If you want to teach in high school, a lot of studying, right? If you want to teach in kindergarten, oh my God, right? It's like the front line of the war, right? Like whatever you do is impacting hard time. You have to study a lot, right? If you want to teach university, no, absolutely nothing. Nobody cares. Like, you finish your PhD while you are doing your PhD. So you are like a master student doing your PhD. Go, that's it. Go teaching. But I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, that's called university. Literally.
Figure it out.
It happens like, oh yeah, we need teachers. Do you know something about, I don't know, like advanced algorithms? No. I'm working in whatever, like programming. Oh yeah, algorithms. Yeah, go do it, right? So then you have this influx of people that they have no interest because they're teaching things that they don't want to teach. And they have no idea about teaching, and they have no idea about pedagogy. So it's like no idea how to teach, or no caring about how to improve my teaching because I don't want to teach because I'm doing this for something that I need to do. So I think that from that perspective, not all universities, but the majority of universities are like biased toward let's try to do this in a way. And if I am like, hey, I actually do want to learn, few universities, some do, but few universities have let us teach you how to teach, right? Like, let us teach you how to, and also you have this thing that the people is already like growing up and grown up, and going to them and saying, let me tell you what you have to do is not a good situation, right? So like, let me teach you that you are teaching wrong. So unfortunately, this goes in there. So the people that is really teaching because they want to teach, extremely low amount of people. And from those that they really want to teach, how many know how to teach? Smaller and smaller. So in high school and elementary and kindergarten, it's much more controlled and streamlined. They are teaching you, they are controlling you, they are like standards and exams and everything, right? And then you leave, you go to university, bye-bye. So that is for me the biggest problem of the university, that they are good cases, for sure. There are bad cases all over the place, right? So how to do this? I agree that a lot of people is like reaching the university and they already know, or they can be much better. All the IT technology, like from the last 10 years or more, the people reaching the university, they already know. So you have somebody right now going into the university that they are AI prompt programmers, experts with 3-4 software there amazingly, going to a class from a teacher that is not updated and doesn't care. And then you are learning cybersecurity or AI, and it's extremely old and boring. And what you do in there? So I don't know, diploma, right? So there is an inflation there. There's kind of, maybe you can just go and do whatever you want. Like,
I just wanted to say that I would, I don't want to say encourage, but if you feel like that the university is not for you, maybe it's not for you. Maybe because there is another way. Now is the trend is, okay, go to university, get a degree, but okay, you have a degree, but do you have the knowledge? And can you acquire the knowledge like in a different way? And I feel like that's what I felt, to be honest. When I left the university, I felt, okay, I love to learn, but I will love to learn in a different way than the universities which I tried offers. So I'm just going to find a job. I'm going to see how it is. And I worked 1 year in HP, in corporation, in sales. It was not what I wanted to do, but I knew that it's, something that will lead me to what I want to do. I worked 1 year there. Then I said, okay, let me try something else. So I tried another company. It was international. There was a small Czech team. I worked in a different environment. I learned new things. Then I landed in Aleph, But then I learned about cybersecurity. There was a cybersecurity team that was developing, and I'm like, okay, I feel like my place is here. Like I love this. I love the topic. Okay, you don't have a marketing team. Oh, let me just check if I can help with the website, and maybe we should start a YouTube channel. Maybe we should start a podcast, and all these little decisions from leaving the university to taking a job in a field that basically I don't want to do. I didn't want to do sales, but I knew that, okay, it's IT, it's computers, somehow remotely. And I heard somebody say it in some podcast when people were speaking about how to basically get very good in a field that you want without any knowledge. And the guy was saying, okay, if you like RC cars, you know that you like the cars, start in a shop. Just go and work and just sell them. You will learn about the different types. You will learn about the engines. You will learn that each car has a different wheel. Suddenly you can build your own car. Like you can build it, then you can sell it. You can make your own brand. And from this seemingly low-paying job that doesn't have to have anything to do with what you want to do, there is all down the road there. It doesn't necessarily need to end with a PhD or whatever else.
Agree.
So
unfortunately, in some situations, still you're required correctly to have a degree like medicine.
Of course.
Yes,
I'm not speaking about those
Of
fields,
course, it is like, I would like to. I prefer you
you
to
cannot
actually
do surgery on this guy, man. You didn't go to school.
I agree. Right?
I watched the YouTube videos though.
I mean, yes, I watched 2 YouTube videos. Like
how to do a heart surgery.
Yes, like,
believe me, I can
how
do
hard
it.
can it be, right? So I agree. No, in a lot of professions, not only you need a degree for validation, but I would like you to have a degree,
Exactly,
like piloting a plane.
Oh, yes.
I would like to see your credentials because that. So I am with you in that one.
Yeah.
But in the majority of a lot of other things that you have to go there in this modern, amazing world, you can do so many things without going there, right? So sometimes you need it. Yes, go get it. Sometimes you don't. You don't have to, right? Like moving.
That's
forward.
what I just wanted to say. That you don't need to.
Yeah,
Like,
you don't need to.
I feel there is
100%
somebody
agree.
out there that if he will hear this, he might appreciate it. Because I would like to hear it. Like you don't need to go to university. Because I feel this pressure. Like, okay, you finish high school. What you gonna do? Find a job. You need to. Everybody around me went to the university. So one became a teacher, one became a lawyer, and I'm like, who am I? Like, what am I doing?
Exactly. Yeah. What is my path?
Yeah.
And also, like, it happened. Like, we know even a lot of people. Okay, maybe not a lot, but considerably that happened the same in high school, right? Like, it's like what I'm doing, what I'm finishing, I can start my company right now. Like, maybe go get it, right? So like, this is not sometimes about the degree. And also remember that, like, especially in IT and cybersecurity, like, you are going to be ending the career and you're going to be with some degree, and then you're going to get a job, and the job, you're going to be competing with somebody else to get a job. And then you're going to have some extremely young person that has much more knowledge because they learn YouTube, AI, coding, something. And it's going to be extremely hard to compete because you were like, I'm not saying that you should feel what you should do. I'm not saying what to do, but like you should consider every situation, right? Like if you need like to be learning, go learn in any way, in any moment, in any situation, in every position, right? Like I remember going back to backstories, like one of my first jobs. So for some time, I was a 3D drawing designer. Another life, it doesn't matter. But in that job that I knew I already wanted to do IT, but that was a job. And actually, I was drawing, we were good, and we were like AutoCAD, a lot of 3D design. And then somebody said, hey, like an advice, whatever technology you have your hands on, learn it 100%. Like whatever manual, he said at the moment, whatever manual go through your hands, learning completely. I was like, oh yeah, that's actually good advice. And I remember like these small things like, oh, there is a new program coming. It was in AutoCAD something, and there was the new something coming. And it was like, oh, this is like the manual like that. And like I remember like reading it and learning it like completely, 100%. It was like, I like it. It's like drawing, but it's not my thing, but I like it. And because I learned it completely, somebody noticed. And it's like, oh, wait, you know how to use Sarasa? Yeah, I actually know how to do that. Oh, we have a new thing coming project and we need people. And then like we were going to move you there. And then, oh no, we need to get you there. So the lot of these movements and thinkings and people and moving and improving my life, at least, came from this giving you 100%. Like you have something in your hands, go learn it. Go 100%. Be the best at it.
Yeah.
And then it will jump, 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 and then it will jump. Doesn't matter, you'll be behind, right? But if you're saying, no, I don't like this, and I'm not going to learn in that because I don't care, you're probably going to stay there for some time, right?
Yeah.
And until you move. So it's like, it doesn't matter. It's like painting, let's be the best painter ever, right?
Yeah.
So like that's like what I think is going to move you forward, right? Yeah.
Well, it's the saying, aim for the moon, you might end up landing in the stars. It's already, by the way, we can cheer on that, my longest podcast ever.
Oh my God.
2 hours and a half.
Oh my.
We are
what?
going
No,
Joe
it was
Rogan-ish
like
in
10
this.
10 minutes ago. We
Yeah,
started
we started.
like it was like 5.
Yeah.
I'm still, oh my God. I mean, like, even the wine is still here.
Yeah.
But this is so wrong. Aim for the moon and you land in the star. Okay, if I'm aiming for the moon and you land in the star, there is something very wrong with your aiming. It's like, this is a completely, not even the orbits are the same. I mean, like, you have to be extremely bad at shooting.
Yeah,
and
but
like,
if you aim for the moon
there's
enough
only one
times.
Star. No, there's only one star you can land close. I mean, at the sun. And it's like, I mean,
okay, when I started podcasting, I thought I'm so good. Like I was thinking, I was watching all these podcasts, right? I had hours of watched podcasts and YouTubers. I literally watched people streaming from their bedrooms to become billionaires. And I'm like, I can do that. Like I can do that. And then I did the first podcast and I'm like, oh man. Like this is much harder.
This is much harder. Can I ask something? You say
sure.
You say something. You say watch podcasts. In my mind, it's like listen to podcasts. So what's going
on? Actually, no, because I'm not an expert in podcast history, but I know that the podcast had a boom in last 10, maybe 15 years, and I watched YouTube a lot. So I'm more like grown on YouTube. I remember the starts of it. I remember the parts of YouTube.
Do you?
Yeah, I do remember. I even know, fun fact, the first video that was...
No.
It was called Me at the Zoo.
True story. But you don't remember.
You uploaded it.
No, it was one of the owners, right?
Yeah,
but
it was.
But you don't remember. No, you don't remember Me at the Zoo.
I do remember Me at the Zoo. It's what I was like, 10 years old?
No
I
way.
do remember me at the zoo, yeah.
You are bullshitting me, right?
No, I'm not.
Sorry.
And I will, no, I'm not. And I will tell you why. Because at that time, I was not so good in English. There was a site in Czech Republic called VYHODY that says it. And they were taking the YouTube videos and they were subtitling them. So they were putting the Czech subtitles on the video. One of the videos was Me at the Zoo.
No, you're kidding
me. And I remember,
me.
That was the golden times. It was Me at the Zoo. Then I watched do you remember, I don't know how much videos you watched, but there was these guys, Jack Black, I think, had a band, and it was 4-chord song. They made a song. It was a famous video. I feel like it has millions of views. They did a song made just out of 4 chords that you can never mind.
I don't remember. Oh my God.
Yeah, so I
but
was
I mean, like, Me and the Zoo was like the test video of I create the thing, let's see how it works.
And I remember even a video of them discussing it. It was a small room, much smaller than this one. It was 3 guys, the owners at the time. They were complaining, man, on our platform there is no traffic. Like,
let's create some videos.
Let's create some videos. We need some creators to start some videos, and it's so...
No, I can't believe it.
Then I went through, then I went through the stages where people started to film themselves in their bedrooms playing video games. So I watched KSI, Logan Paul. I don't know if some
absolutely nothing.
Some people will understand. And those people, they did so like goofy videos. Now, if you watch them compared to what Mr. Beast, do you know Mr. Beast?
Yes.
Awesome. So compared to what he, compared to what, and he also started, by the way, from the bedroom.
Really?
Yeah, if you watched some of his first videos, he was so bad. It's like, I love to watch them, and I encourage anybody who wants to see how to get better at anything to go to Mr. Beast channel and watch his first videos. It was so bad. And that was exactly how I felt after my first video. Like, it was so bad. It's gonna be, I remember exact thought, oh, this is gonna be a lot of work to do. And look at us now, 2 hours and 32 minutes.
And it's like, you need to have these bad videos. You need to have
yes, it's the same in every field. Yeah.
In every field, like recently my wife told me that she was reading something, said that as an artist, if you cannot point to the pile of shit of your art in a corner, then you are not an artist. Like, you should point to that. Yeah, that is a pile of shit that didn't work out, right? It's like, yeah, I can agree. Like, my first video that I remember in YouTube ever was a controversy, I'm not sure when, of one military US guy recording in YouTube a shooting of civilians during a war, and it was live, and you can see him killing people, and the news was like, oh my God, like somebody uploaded the video of killing people in some war, and the new thing was in YouTube, and it was like, what? And it was like, oh, I don't know when it was. I will search for it. It was kind of a controversy in the moment, but oh my God.
So I was more into YouTube. So I knew I wanted to do YouTube. So when the opportunity came, and I've said, okay, you can start a podcast. And it's exactly, okay, that's all I need. I need just yes, you can do it. And I said to myself after that first episode, you know what? I'm very bad. But if every week, every Monday, I'm going to sit and I'm going to do this and I'm going to improve 0.5%, I'm going to get better. There is no way that in the future I'm not going to make it.
10,000 hours. That's it.
And I did more than 300 episodes today. I filmed, I think, on Monday 305. So 305 Mondays.
So roughly, how many hours do you think you put?
Well, like, are we talking preparing the episodes, filming the episodes, post-production, or?
Let's say
each episode takes me 10 hours. So
and you have 3,000.
So I'm 3,000. I still have 7,000 hours to go.
Wow. So I will have something in here that I admire a lot of things, but one of the things I admire the most, I think you can relate. There is a group in Argentina, extremely old, amazingly beautiful, incredible artist, theater, musical group in Argentina that is called Lelutiers.
Okay.
And it's kind of, do you know the Zimmerman theater?
Yes.
Of course, right? You do. So imagine a little bit of the Zimmerman culture story group. They have theaters, right? Like, and this kind of weird theater, like the same idea plus incredible good music, right, in Argentina. So we have like a very similar idea. It's called Lelutier. And what I admire about them, not only that they are funny and crazy and American, it's like they have been, now some of them are dead, unfortunately. They have been doing this, I don't know, for 50 years. And I was thinking, oh, wait, it's like 50 years. What does it look like? What does it mean? What does it impact you to be for 50 years doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again, reinventing yourself, creating new things, fighting, getting together, getting out, getting like it's a group, right? And then creating new things, and then again and again and again. Like, that's why they are so amazing. Like, that's why they reach what they reach. Like, 50 years doing this is like out of this world.
And
like,
you know what the word is? You can say just one word, that it's consistency.
Consistency.
Like, if you want to be successful in anything in life, You just need consistency.
But I agree. But consistency, I would like to consistency with this pushing awareness, like getting better. Because consistency is also just living the life.
No.
Okay.
Come on.
Consistency, okay. Like,
If you do something 300 times, you don't tell me that naturally you will not want to evolve. I firmly believe that if you do something...
Failing 300 times.
Okay, well then we are back in what Einstein said, that you are doing something and expecting different results means that you are insane.
But you are consistent.
But
you are failing consistently every day. I think that I call it Monday. Right?
Yeah.
No, I agree. Consistency is hard because like it needs a lot of discipline. And it's like the doing, the believing, the growing, the going over the obstacles, what I'm doing, what it's worth for, who wants it.
I heard it that, what was the saying? That consistency beat talent every time.
We have a saying in Argentina, and maybe it's the wine speaking. Maybe. You can, But we have seen in Argentina that wallet wins over beauty. So
wallet
like money wins over beauty. In a way, like this consistently wins. Like I can agree on that. I strongly agree. Like there is a lot of talented people that they can have like a peak of amazingly incredible things.
Okay, if you will, let's put it in an example. You have a person, young, you have two people. One is extremely talented. Let's put it to your class, right? You have two people in class. One is extremely talented, but cannot be consistent. Comes, goes, 1 week. But he's extremely good. When he shows up, it's like, wow.
Such a good question. Like the people that it's extremely good and they know it, there's a risk there.
Yeah.
There's a strong risk. And I have seen this a couple of times that they know they're good. So the effort they do is not a lot because they know they can go by. And they are kind of okay. And the situation of you have a talent and you are not taking advantage. And so this goes for me to actually relate it with back to exams that it's like, what are you grading, right? Do you have like a grading of F, A, B, C, whatever? But what does it mean? And for me, it's extremely related with the person and your effort. So if you are in one situation and you double that effort to be double better, it's much more valuable that somebody's like already at the top and they do like 5%, right? So it's like, oh yeah, you're much more upper. Yes, exactly.
So who would you bet your money on? If you would have a guy starting your class who has talent, but you know he's not consistent. He's inconsistent.
Yeah, the effort.
But the guy who is, average guy.
Yes.
But he works, he comes, he shows up every week.
The consistency and the effort and the hard work of making work because it's probably not gonna work for me and I have to put my... That one,
those people, when I put my money on those people every time.
A lot of people that they are extremely good and they have this, oh my God, right? If you have this and you know that you're good,
then you're
go get it.
Yeah.
But usually the people that they're extremely good, they always have like a nice time. And so they're kind of relaxed situation. And then it's like, yeah, that is awesome what you did, but I know you can do this. Exactly. So you actually, this is hard in university, is hard for when you grade because you have like, you have like a B, imagine, right? And then you do like something amazing and you have still a B. It's like, why? Well, because you can do like an A+++, and you're showing me your 10 degree, like you are not putting an effort there.
Yeah.
But this is extremely hard because this is not how grading in university works. So kind of like levels and then blah, blah, blah. And also correlated is that these people that's amazingly smart, they're extremely easy to teach because you don't have to do a lot of things because they kind of guide and they go around. The extremely hard one to teach is the ones that are struggling to learn. And that's very, 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 very hard. And you have to do an effort there. So even from the teacher perspective, there is a bias of, I prefer the super smart ones. Yeah, of course you do, right? It's like, yeah, that's the best ones.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I want to teach them. But like the hard thing is like to teach those that are like struggling and they don't know how to get along with, right? So the kind of this level for me all the time is like, it's awesome, but you didn't improve yourself. So yeah, that's not good. Yeah.
So yeah, that was my point. And that reminds me also, circling back to YouTube, I saw a video of this guy called KSI, who is now owner of multi-million companies, and he's a boxer, and he grew up on YouTube. And he met Ronaldo. Are you a football fan, by the way?
I am what?
A football. Do you watch football?
I love to play football.
Oh.
I kind of watch. I mean, Ronaldo, of course.
So Messi or Ronaldo?
That's a very simple answer. And the answer is Maradona. Of course, it's Maradona.
Okay.
Who,
Okay.
like Ronald, I'm not sure what you're talking about. But yeah, Maradona. No, I mean, like, I watch the Argentinian like national team.
Yeah.
But like, I like to play a lot, but I'm not a watcher.
Okay. So in one of those videos, this guy met Ronaldo, and he's asking me, man, how a lot of reporters, right? Everybody wants to ask him a question. He ignores everybody past. And this guy shouts on him, Ronaldo, why are you so freaking consistent? And he turns around and he's like, consistent? And I'm like, this is a very good example. Because Ronaldo, if you compare those two, so Messi, Ronaldo, of course, Messi has a more natural talent. You can see it. I watched him in Barcelona, so I am kind of a fan of football. But Ronaldo seems to me like the type of the guy which doesn't give the gift of the God, he doesn't have the talent, but he does work every freaking week until this day. And he's 40 something. He still needs to work on himself. And again, prime example of one guy with talent doesn't have to work that much, but one guy who is, let's say, if he would choose to, he would be average, but he chose not to be average. And he chose every week to improve his craft. And that's why he's one of, in last decade, one of the top 2 players.
Yeah, I didn't know the story, thank you, but I agree that like for a lot of people, it's like easier. I'm not going to say easy. I would say easier. But a lot of people is like extremely hard working every day, like, and even in arts, right? Like, I have no idea, but I remember somebody at some moment in time that said that they were writing a lot, like incredibly good writers, and they say like, writing for me it's painful. It's like literally I don't enjoy them. It's like painful, but incredible good writers. It's like I agree that consistency and effort and falling forward is like, but I also agree that this is happening to everybody. Okay, so small thinking here, like free thinking. Like in a lot of sports and situations, what the people is winning is, oh yeah, like you won, whatever. Like tennis finals, like football championship, whatever. It's like, how? Tell me something, right?
Yeah.
And they was like, oh yeah, we are super happy because like we work so hard and we wake up every morning at 4 a.m. and we work for like 2 years nonstop and we're thinking. And in my mind, all these times, like, well, everybody was doing that. It's like, do you imagine somebody that was like not doing the effort to be there? Like, I mean, like, it's not that the ones that lost were waking up at 7 and because you wake up at 5, but so what is it, right? Like, because you are extremely proud of your effort and this is necessary. You need to put the time and effort, whatever you do, but everyone is doing this, right? So at the end, it's like, I feel a mismatch of the effort, the opportunity, and also the lack. The lack for me is extremely crazy. Like the lack, I feel is underrated. Like, but it's,
do you believe in luck?
Oh, of course. Like so I can say one story, right? Like that is not mine. Of course, it's not mine. So a long time ago, I was reading. So I'm not sure if you know, but in Latin America, it's very well known. The story during the, I think it was 60s or 70s of rugby team from Uruguay traveling to Chile to play in a plane, and they crash in the mountains. It's a very well-known story, and the whole team, like 50 young boys, like crash in the mountain, and they were lost for months, like 5 months. They were completely lost, and they thought that that's it, that they are dead. And suddenly after that, they were like found, like, and some of them like reach a city, and they were like the story of how they survived 5-6 months in like the middle of nowhere for months, like in snow. And it's a very well-known story in Latin America. It's incredibly hard, and it's like there are many movies about it, right? It's called like many movies.
Yeah.
So one of those survivors, they were like telling after the fact, they were like working on this, and they were like going to companies and saying how to be successful and how to like in life, right? And he was saying, hey, in life it's extremely important to be lucky. And everyone in the company is like, that's bullshit. Like, I know what I'm doing. I know I'm bet and buy and sell and don't have my skills and everything, right? This is not luck. There is no luck, right? It's like, I know I'm skillful, right? And he was saying, okay, you know what? Like, I was sitting in row 13. From row 14 to the last, they all die in the crash. That's luck. Like, I'm here. I'm telling you this extremely because of luck. And luck is part of life. You like it? Fine. You don't like it? The place I was like raised on, my family, the values, the people I met, the teachers that hit me or didn't hit me, the friends, the situations, everything that happened in my life, at some moment is like a lot of people have the same situations and had extremely bad experiences, like that mark them forever.
Yeah.
Some were I consider myself extremely lucky, like from teachers, from family, from friends, from opportunities in life, in moments, living, coming. I can see back 100 situations that if I was there at that moment, I would not end up here. Right? So like, why did you leave that city in that moment? What is happening? What is not happening? Like from economic problems, militaries. It's like, oh yeah, that was lucky. It's not my skill. It's like,
But see, I do
thanks.
agree,
Yeah.
but I do not agree. Like
know.
I do agree that you can be extremely unlucky. For example,
You
like
can.
sitting in a row 14 back and the plane crashing in a mountain. But also, I just believe that you do make your own luck. Like in poker,
agree.
for
I
example,
agree.
in poker, like you can play poker all night. You will play poker all night, and you just gonna have bad hands, right? That's very unlucky. But then it's coming this one hand which you waited and waited and waited, and you basically created this moment because all night you have been playing these all bad hands.
Agree.
And would you call it a luck or would you call it a patience? And you're
Agree.
you know,
Agree. And what about that player that was going to play the tournament and was called because a friend was in the hospital because of a crash and didn't make it to the tournament? Because it happened,
Yeah.
I mean, 100 times, right? Like half the time. So it's, I mean, the
that
luck
does exist. But okay. Luck exists.
Luck is a
let's agree on
perspective.
it.
It's a
Yeah, it's
perspective,
perspective. But you can put yourself in a position where you are much more, where there is much bigger possibilities that you will receive the luck.
Okay, what about this? What about this? The moment, there is a saying about this, right? I think the thing is like luck favors those who are prepared.
Yeah.
So I 100% agree with this. Like luck is bad for a lot of people and it's good perspective for a lot of people. The
Yeah.
problem is the moment luck hits you,
Yeah.
good luck. If you are prepared, you are going to be amazing. If you are not, it's going to go by and you are not even going to notice,
Yeah.
right? It's going to be like, for example, like for me, when I came here and started teaching and I was like talking to the students and like, I already told you, like for me, so I like, what? You're not working? It's like, and in my mind was like, oh, you're so lucky. It's like, oh my God, right? Like if it happened to me to came up with a project, with money, with a nice opportunity to do some research, and offering this to a student and the student say, no, thank you. I think I will go on holidays to Thailand, whatever. And in my mind, I was like, wait, what? Like, if I'm offering this free money contract to do your dream job to any Argentinian in this moment, I would have like, they're going to jump in this. Like, this is not coming often. This is not coming. This is like, if you're lucky, it's one in a lifetime. If you're not, never. That's like most of the people never, right? So I couldn't get my hand around how I'm offering this to somebody and they say, no, thank you. I prefer to go on holidays. It's like,
but this is exactly what I say. Like you make your own luck. Like go forward and try to make your odds much bigger. That's what you can.
I agree.
I do agree that luck exists. Yeah, you can once in your life you can go and bet numbers in a lottery. You can win it. Like it's a small chance, but you can do it. But if you would not bet those numbers, you would not win it. If you will never guess the numbers, if you will never go physically put the ballot in with those numbers guessed, you are 100% sure that you will not be lucky to win a few million crowns.
I agree.
Now my camera turned off.
No. What? You told me it's
so
like 5
in the meantime,
hours.
in the meantime, while I just switch the SD card, you can tell the viewers a motivational speech of 1 minute how to go forward with your luck and how to be the most successful person you can be.
Okay, I can try that. So I can say that in my experience, that is only one life, so it's a little bit biased. If you need to try as many things as you can. If you know what you like, amazing, awesome, get hold of that. If you don't, you need to try as many things as you can right now, whatever your age is. Like go try, like painting, computers, traveling, podcasting, whatever. Like try. There is only one way to know what you really are good at. And yes, I believe everybody is extremely good at something or many things. And you need to explore, and then you need to discard, and then you need to grab something and say, I'm going to go for this one. And it can be a month, a year, 10 years, whatever, and you can change later, but keep exploring and keep growing yourself and moving forward to this happiness. Like it's gonna, in my experience, be helped by many people and helping you in a way. Like from money, that's in my experience gonna appear, like from friends, from everybody helping around. Like I strongly believe of enjoying, of being happy, doing right now whatever you feel like happy. And if you don't know, go explore, go find, go discard. We say, this is not it, I need to try again. Go find new people, go again, think, write, think in the past, right? I like to have like diaries and go back and look at yourself. You were saying, what you were asking, that the issues, like improve, seek your own improvement, seek your own growing in a way, like whatever that means. Like sometimes it's meditating, sometimes it's discarding, sometimes it's being quiet, sometimes it's pushing somebody, sometimes it's trying a new thing. Walk forward, that makes you being extremely happy with yourself when all is done and said.
I love it. Zbytek téhle velmi zajímavé konverzace o budoucnosti AI a o tom, jestli nás převezmou roboti, najdete na CZECH takže se vidíme tam. Díky a do příště, jako vždy, klikejte bezpečně. But isn't it inevitable road to...
Inevitable. I'm not sure if it's available. We have a lot of technology that is improving and more. Is people going to abuse it? For sure, right? Like, can we do something? Maybe. We are doing our best, right? Like, but I don't personally have this negative like a connotation of the future. Like I see that we are doing in medicine so many things that were is impossible not 20 years ago, like 5 years ago, right?
One day you're gonna wake up and the robot is gonna, instead of a blue light, have a red light, and he's gonna hold a knife over your head.
Less and less true. I'm not worried about robots. I'm most worried about the cloud that is more and more centralized. Like have like maybe 10 big cloud providers. Like recently with Cloudflare, Falling. So it's like
AWS. In a task force of the earth. And they give you a task and they said, look, you need to focus on one specific thing in the next 10 years. What would it be?
That's super easy. Extremely easy.
You were speaking about your first computer and the games. I wanted to ask you, do you have a favorite game?
Well, Queen Amidala, I'm with you there. Queen Amidala. But then we have this, let's measure the mid-chlorians in the blood. I was like, what
do you mean?
What is like that's not true. That's not true.
What is not true? He had so much midi-chlorians. Like Mr. Yoda.
More than Mr.
That's how he was created.